Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Show number 588.
Oh my God! What? He's got a gun! That's how I want to start the show from now on. Welcome to, show number 588 of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here.
Yep.
Hey.
Butler and I were throwing completely inappropriate compliments at her earlier. Did you catch any of that?
I did not. I try not to hear that, so when I'm in court,
Yeah, I like your style.
I can
Distance
genuinely,
yourself.
say like I did
Plausible
not hear that.
deniability.
And you're like, I didn't know anything about that. And then I look at you and you look at me and you nod, but it's only because you really didn't know anything about it. But you
Right.
chose to know nothing
He's
about
got
it.
one foot in the mountains. He's not listening to anything we said this morning.
Ooh, I'd like to have one foot in your mountain, Sam.
Go. Why would you say that?
God, I'm like Butler now.
Kick me in the chest.
What happened?
Yes.
Butler is here, or Dobson, or the Chopper, however you want to call him. We have a lot to get to. So as this theme song gently comes to a landing, I'm going to ask you politely to plug some shit.
So we've got some new merch on tomandan.com or your app. You know where the merch site is. We've got high-quality masks, new straw hats.
And we're not just saying that because they're shitty masks. I want to. I always
these
have
are
to.
made from Dome.
They're really nice. It's the only mask that my daughter, if a 5-year-old, it's the only mask she'll wear with her picky ass, and you'll be fine.
Adjustable ear straps.
Yeah, they're fantastic. It has a place for a filter if you require one. If you don't need one, they're very light. You won't sweat out in it. They can easily. What
Did everything
happened?
just die? The TV and the monitor both just went
Yeah,
out.
I think we're fine.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all good.
All right.
Everything's run by duct tape in here, and I have so many duct tape redundancy systems in place that
You were just talking about that.
Yeah,
it
you
will
were.
just fail and fail and fail and fail and fail, and it can just keep failing forever, but it never really fails.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the show.
We're getting some new computers this year.
Oh, yeah.
I told
Keep
Daniel, I was
hearing
like,
that.
we finally have the budget.
We're here.
I'm giving him a budget
Yeah.
of new, and he's
He
going to get
gave
new
me a
equipment.
budget of $850, and I have to get I have to get 5
everything.
machines
Yeah.
for $850, and they gotta be, bangers. They
Yeah.
gotta burn.
Back to the merch. We
Yeah.
also got the Pabone sticker collection on there. We got the new BDM Blue men's t-shirt, BDM Blue ladies baseball t-shirt, T&D whiskey glasses, new BDM Stone coasters. Those are pretty badass. They come in a set of 4 now. Did we always do that?
No, we did 2 before.
Yeah, it's a better
but-
deal with the
Why
4.
do they come as 4? Who did that?
I don't know.
That's an
just
error.
Making these decisions.
Eric
now I feel like
value.
Eric,
now
I'm
I
telling
feel like
you.
our company's out of control, and then people are just making decisions for me.
And then we
I-
haven't talked about it too much. A little bit during ACT this week, but we do have the T&D team colors from the Represent store.
Don't talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
It is on the site.
If you want to buy
Made to order.
yeah. If you want to buy a shirt that is in the colors of the team that you
Sports.
you salute
Follow,
on
yeah.
Thursdays and Sundays, you may do so.
Yeah.
Finest Gildan.
Yeah. We're basically, this is the only way to do a made-to-order shirt through Represent, but it's on
It's
the
thick,
merch
thick.
page.
They print it with premium. I believe they use just regular Sherwin-Williams vinyl paint, and they slap it on what can only be described as a used, I think, America's Cup sailboat sail.
No, come on.
And they cut each shirt out of it, so guaranteed to stand in the corner
No.
of the room when you take it off.
Well,
We got flags back in inventory, and the ladies' crisscross hats will be back up very soon.
Yes. Well, we got spoiled because we get the highest quality. We make no money.
I know.
So we got this shirt.
Yeah.
Sam's like, what the fuck is this?
It's fine. It's a standard. It's good.
I had to cut a hole in it to let my teas breathe.
Wait, now you're on charges.
So also, we still have the True Leave promotion going on, and if you get anything from True Leave, right on the front of TomandDan.com, you just fill out the form, take a picture of whatever you bought, and you'll receive a free gift pack. True Leave sunglasses. There's a bunch of
Their hats are not. Is one of those snapbacks in there? I know we had those before.
We're gonna do
the
those.
Snapbacks are not in the new this.
Okay,
but
I know we have the
10
sunglasses.
things.
There's a bunch of stuff in there.
All the koozies. There's like a cell phone holder. There's a free double D. It was basically what we were gonna give out to in the last BDM party. We're mailing it out if you apply and
We're
shop at
just
True
throwing
Leave.
money away.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what we've always done.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, I got an email.
Yeah, is this
this
even?
week.
Is this real?
I don't know. We're gonna see because I got an email.
Are you getting clowned?
And it was like the subject line is like, "I miss you guys," and then it was
you're
like,
getting clowned.
and then it was like, "Hey, let's do a show together."
What was the guy we used to work with? I'm not doing
it.
it. I'm not fucking doing it.
He misses you.
No, well, fuck him.
It was world
dice.
world famous magician and I would say comedian Piff, the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I'll do.
And then I was like, holy shit. I was like, is he actually emailed? It's not his assistant.
Right.
It's actually Piff. It's not like Piff from Piff is Piff's email. And then I emailed him back. I'm like, yeah, we could do it tomorrow if you can't. I don't know. He's like, yep, tomorrow works.
Let's
do
it.
And then I'm like, is this him or like because
Are there multiple Piffs?
he's got residency in Vegas. I looked up his net
It's not
worth.
like a
It's
Gallagher.
big time now.
Oh, it's big. It's not a Gallagher scenario where there's Gallagher and Gallagher 2. There's not Piff and Puff.
I don't know. He could technically do it like Blue Man Group, I guess.
Yeah.
You train a bunch of other Piffs and
I'll be his
then
Puff.
make it into
Oh.
a franchise.
Make his dick disappear.
So
we're talking about.
So let's try it. Let's see if we can call him.
all right.
We're gonna Skype Piff.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
Skype. Let's see if this.
You think Mr. Piffles will be with him?
Of course,
They
he's
always.
stay
He
on
could be
brand.
napping. It is napping time.
It's early.
Yeah, he's over in Vegas.
Yeah.
I hope it's just Mr. Piffles on the other side of this camera.
I could have warned him. I didn't warn him.
He clowned you.
Oh, you got clowned.
You got clowned.
I love it when
I
things
knew it
go
was gonna
wrong.
happen.
God damn it.
I knew it was gonna
You
happen.
know what? Close the show. Let's go on vacation. Fuck it.
Holy Dantry, got you again.
Oh, what if Lee was on the other side of the
Oh
camera?
my God! Hello.
There's no
Tom
Wait,
thing.
did we vet this email?
I mean, it's Piff, the Magic Dragon, in
It's
the email.
Lee in a dragon costume.
Okay, I pot it down, and he was
Okay,
just
what's that?
messaging me.
Yeah.
It said no. I said, hey there, we're gonna do the plugs for the show, and then call you. Is that okay? And he said, great.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Lee Dantry. Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, no.
I knew. Didn't I call this? I was like, this for sure won't go smoothly.
Tell him to call us then. Maybe that'll be easier.
I knew. I just
Yeah.
knew right before. Like
Anytime
hours.
you set up the...
I know. That's,
Lee, if you're listening, call us.
I shouldn't.
It's an international call, though, so we have to accept the charges.
I knew.
This is so great.
It's Fun Friday.
Hey, let's do the show.
Before the
Let's
vacation.
do the
Yeah,
shot.
let's do the shot.
That's a
Fuck
perfect
it.
spot.
Hell yeah.
This feels very old school to me, and
I'm
I kind of
in.
fucking like this, man, because
Yeah.
we've been so
we need,
organized.
We need a
Oh, he's
suitcase
calling,
of
he's
Coors
calling.
Light. Oh.
Okay, hold on.
Hello.
Hey, Piff, what's going on? I don't see you.
Where is he?
Well, I'm just invisible, right? But
But
the dog's there. The dog is like below desk level.
I knew it. I knew Mr. Piffles would be there.
I just heard that you prefer the dog these days.
No, we like you.
Yeah,
No,
I think
I
I see his
heard
hat.
that. Hey, Piff, we'd love to have you on the show. Could you just put the dog up and speak from afar? Hello.
How's it going, man?
I'm good. Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Wow, what a setup.
Wow,
A
you
king
guys look great.
throne and a backdrop and
Oh yeah,
and
we've got it all
everything.
going on here.
well,
God.
we missed you too, man. You're only going to see Tom because we don't have a good setup like what you have.
Yeah.
That was actually my request.
Yeah. That's our dog.
So, Piff, I when you emailed me, I was like, of course we wanted to talk to you. And then I went and did my due diligence and looked up what you were up to, and I saw that you were doing virtual shows now.
He's killing motorists because they watch while they're driving. I saw that.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, man.
And then, they sort of watch the show, and then I follow them home and kill them in their sleep. That's what happens. This morning I woke up and I was like, oh, I should really send them an email of like what I've been up to, a few bullet points, because that's what you do in like this stupid show business, is that you go, hey, I'd like to be on your show, and then somebody says okay, and then you say here are the 9 things I've done, and they say okay, thank you, and then they don't read them. But not you guys.
That's true.
Yeah,
You guys don't even need the information, and you just do it all yourself. I mean, what is that? That is why it is an honor to have Mr. Piffles on your show with me. accompanying him.
Well,
He's so sweet.
Piff,
Look at him there laying like a little angel baby.
Honestly, it's only because we came from the terrestrial radio world
He's gonna get serious
where
for a second.
we lived like that, where every single guest, the host, nobody ever knew anything, no one ever read anything
I got
about
tired. Here, I'll just say it. I got tired of looking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And
Because like the
same
guest
old
would
questions.
look at me as a producer and say, "Well, why didn't you ask that?" I'd say, "Well, I gave it to our host, but our host didn't say it. That's not my fault." So we vowed when we started this company, when we have a guest in, to really try and learn about the guest and actually execute why they're on our show.
and Piff, I promise we'll plug more of your shows because it's
Well,
really
we're
cool
gonna
idea.
we're gonna end up booking it because it's the.
I thought about buying tickets tonight.
I think you should. Dare I say that it's a value because it's not very expensive to have a world-class magician, a comedian.
God. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I feel you could have gone higher.
What a flawed business.
You could have gone higher.
Let me tell you, I'm on the road, and or even in Vegas is a good example. If you want Piff's private party tickets, which are the most expensive tickets you can buy for the Piff the Magic Dragon show, I think we sell them for $100. But when you add, this is no joke, when you add all the taxes and the fees and the tax and the whatever they add, $150.
Yeah.
So, and at family of 4, that's like anyone. $600.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And you haven't even paid for drinks or food or anything.
Yeah.
These tickets are $25 a household.
Yeah.
Do you understand how much less money we're making?
I know. I did see that, Piff, and I was like, I noticed that some shows are partially sold out, and like people should get their tickets because there's a limit to how many people that can watch them, and you don't make it unlimited, right?
Yeah, we make up a limit because we did a couple which had like hundreds and hundreds of people there, but people get lost, and it's like if you go and when we play Madison Square Gardens, it doesn't have the same intimacy as the Orlando Improv, which is why we choose the Orlando Improv every time.
Yeah, that's exactly why. I've got, and again, piffthemagicdragon.com. Get your tickets. It's a virtual.
It's a virtual tour. I mean, but
we've got a lot of URLs. We've got cpifflive.com because we weren't sure which way we should go with this. So we have watchpiff.com. We have paperpiff.com, and my personal favorite, onlydragons.com.
I like that.
Dragon.
Yeah. If you want a dragon in your home, no questions asked, onlydragons.com.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, don't ask what he does with his tail.
Yeah, you don't want to see it. He's breathing fire.
So, Piff, you mentioned Madison Square Garden, and that got me to think of David Copperfield. And that got me to think of, you've done some work with David Copperfield.
Top of his website, there's a quote from David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
And it's interesting because we were just talking about Copperfield on our show the last week.
Well, we were talking about Blaine doing the balloon deal.
Right.
Yeah,
and then that went to David Copperfield, and then we got an email that Piff missed us. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. And that, so when I saw you doing some work with Copperfield, I got two thoughts. One is it seems like the magicians in Vegas, or like magicians in general, have like want to help each other out, and it's like a cool. They're like
It does seem like there is a cohesive coolness between Las Vegas magicians.
yeah, and there's not any like beef or I mean, it seems like to that on the outside. Is that true? Or all like the Penn and Teller and Copperfield and everybody's cool with helping each other?
I think they just don't see me as a threat.
Okay.
That's what it is. They're like, yeah, sure, grumpy lizard guy, whatever you do. Yeah, sure, we'll help out you and your cat, no problem. But no, actually, years ago, as in a year ago, we shot a special, which we're just finishing off. And one of the bits was... I have a mind-reading fish called David Copperfish, and I wrote to David. I kind of knew David a little through living in Vegas for 5 years. He'd come and seen me when I was at the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas, and we have a mutual friend, Shania Twain, weirdly enough.
What?
Vegas is a weird place. It's a very
It
weird
is.
place, and you get to know some very nice people who you would never normally meet.
Sure.
One of them being Shania Twain. Yeah.
You got any friendships with Britney Spears, perhaps? How do you feel about the
no,
free
I wasn't
Britney
allowed
movement?
access, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
The walls were down. I did go to see her last show at, when she was doing her residency here. Jade and I went on New Year's Eve to watch Britney miming in concert. Wonderful.
Give her a break.
I love it.
She's a
But
slave.
I love anyone who is completely disinterested in in sort of performing, yet still performs. Because there's no real reason to, apart from a contractual obligation and money, and all of that breeds interesting results. So she's sort of like walking around like, this is bullshit. You know, this is like, I could be having a mince pie right now. I could be at home having a nice Christmas off, but I'm not. I'm here just like pointing around, look at now there's a snake on my shoulder, and meanwhile all you hear is like, toxic, I'm toxic. It's so great. So anyway, I don't know why I was talking about Britney Spears, but so I became sort of like vague acquaintances with David, and David is obviously the most successful, most brilliant magician of the last ever. He's like the only billionaire magician. He has an island. So, you know, he's like incredibly successful. I've seen his show in Vegas like 12 times, I think. Like the first thing he does in the show is he makes a car appear in your face. Like in your face. Like not like, oh look, down there about 100 meters away, there's a car. No. This is like, I was on stage and there was no car, and then there was a car in my face.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's his opening. That's his opening. You have any idea how depressing that is for a tiny little conjuring reptile like I am? So,
Piff, is it true that we heard, because when we were talking about David Copperfield and how he's amassed this $1 billion, and in our research, like some people were talking about how he can just afford more expensive illusions than anybody else could possibly even touch, and therefore he's got the most expensive act of any magician ever put together.
Like the premises might be the same, but he has amassed the amount of wealth that you need in order to take tricks that are tried and true, and then sort of, I don't want to say reinvent because it's incorrect, but like
put more money,
but put money into them to sort of like make them
wow factor.
Yeah,
more unique,
unique. Yeah,
I think like what magic's like very expensive because you're always trying to do what can't be done, and you spend all your time on research and development. You know, it's basically like you're like, hey, what about if we make this thing that you can talk into and it gets broadcast over the radio? And somebody goes, oh, that's a good idea. And then you have to make a microphone before you can do anything.
Right.
You have to actually make a microphone. It's a nightmare. And Copperfield certainly has the resources to keep sort of like bashing his head against the wall, which is essentially what magic is. Just continuing to try. So we became these acquaintances, and then I wrote to him and I said, hey, I shot this special, and we do a bit called David Copperfish. Here it is. Would you consider doing the actual voiceover? Because there was another guy who did it. And he wrote me back. He was very nice. He wrote me back, and he said, please understand this is not for me. I was like, okay, David. Yeah, no problem. But he said, I would like to give you a quote that you can use anywhere for anything at all times. And the quote was, Piff is the best, a true original, David Copperfield. So I got my name changed, and that is what you need to call me now for the rest of the show. Piff is the best, true original, David Copperfield.
You know you're big dicking it when you could just be like, I can't do anything with you, help you out or whatever, but I'll give you a quote you could use, and you're like, oh yes, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Like you just give out quotes, and they're valuable. You're like,
Yeah.
that's
Well, recommendation. When we've all had that boss who's, oh well, I can't really do it, but I can give you a recommendation. But David Copperfield's actually means something.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I go through Starbucks and I forgot my little dragon wallet, there's no, hey, I can't pay for the coffee, but I can give you a nice quote. This coffee was served on time with a smile. Piff the Magic Dragon. So they'd be like, okay, can you just move along? You're holding up the line. No coffee for you.
So Piff, I was thinking about this before the show, and you brought it up, like the research and development part of being a magician and the reps and the practice. I imagine it's
like being a scientist.
It's insane. So I was thinking about, like, if you just look up artists and performers, right? Magician has got to be up there near the top with how difficult it is to be a pro magician making a living doing magic.
It sounds ultra rare to me.
Because of the amount of work that you have to put into your act and stuff. And then I started ranking, like, entertainers and artists that can be lazy, and I was like, well, you brought up radio show hosts is the laziest of all.
Hey, that's us.
I think radio show hosts and like singers and actors can be lazy because maybe it relies on
People
some
are
natural
writing
talent.
songs for you.
Or, but I think magician, you can't be a lazy magician, especially if you're at the top or like professional, just because of the amount of actual work it takes for each trick and to practice and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you find that to be the case, Piff?
No.
I knew you would.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that.
Perfect combination, because what it is it's like, it's really, 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 really difficult, and really, 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 really not respected in any way. No one cares about magicians. So it's just like you spend all your life working so hard, way harder than you would, because if you're a comedian, then you go up on stage and you try material, and if it doesn't work, you rewrite it, and if you want, you can try it the next day. We do this thing every time we do anything. It's usually like $1,000, and then we go on stage and we try it, and if it doesn't work, well, guess what? You have to spend another $1,000 on another stupid idea. It's like always just like bleeding money.
And you get the reputation, like a stand-up, like he does a joke, it falls flat, or he gets booed, or whatever. He just moves on. If you mess up a trick, then you're labeled as like, oh, and then I imagine the internet nowadays, like, Piff screwed this trick up, this illusion went wrong.
That sort of leads me to my next question. Piff, how many, like, actual illusions, tricks, gimmicks, and bits do you have that have been permanently shelved just because maybe they didn't go the way you wanted them to, or maybe you didn't get the reaction? Yeah, like hundreds, I'm sure. And are there any that you still, like, white whale, you hold on to it and you're like, one day I'm going to get this thing done, or I'm going to put, something else to it? Because like Tom and I were watching some of your some of the just examples of how people can, purchase and have you come into their homes right now and purchase your tickets. Piff the Magic Drag. What is it? Only Dragons. Only Dragons.
Have to put your dragon.com. We
Yeah,
also got that one.
Go those and get your extremely reasonable tickets. But like we were watching, and you have, I'd never seen your assistant. Is that a new thing?
Jade?
Yeah.
No, you just haven't come and seen us live. I don't think she would get up for morning press. I think that was the deal. So that's why you've never met her.
Did you just start working with her when you had got your residency at the Flamingo?
No, we've been together before that. We were together when I was on, she was on America's Got Talent on like on the finals.
Okay.
When I did that, in
That's really neat,
2015.
though, that you guys can bring that in. It's almost like having your own Piff show beamed into, people's homes. I'm imagining that certain television people, whether it be YouTube or new media, will try to scoop up some of these, right? And try to reprogram what we're doing because people aren't performing right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky because my show, it's a little different to a comedian because I need people to interact with.
Yeah.
So, we spent like 3 months working on the show that we're doing, on the virtual show we're doing now. And we spent 3 months building this studio and then another 3 months working on the actual show. And one thing that was really difficult was being able to interact with, like you and I are really now, interact with people in real time. And I don't know whether I can drag it over so you can see it, maybe. I have a little suit of armor here that people get beamed into the show. There we go. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look. It's
Oh
called
my
the Night
God.
Pad. And it's a suit of armor with the face and it's got an iPad for a face. And so people come into the studio and they can literally see what they would see if they were on stage with us. And we do magic tricks just like they would be in Las Vegas. And that's been a huge hit of the show.
This is a crazy idea, but is it possible for us to work with you to maybe have our listeners buy out an entire night
Yes.
so we can
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm thinking out loud here, sorry, but
Magic night.
but like I know I'm going to buy this. So Tom and I have already said we're going to do it.
I'm obsessed
Yeah,
with magic.
we're Magic fans
I'm
here.
in.
Maybe the reason why Piff said I miss you is because those idiots in Florida that I know, they like
They actually
magic.
like magic.
We do. Penn and Teller, all come through here. We will
Florida
go to.
loves magic.
Oh, we'll because we're so stupid.
we get Stony Baloney and watch magic.
But maybe we could get all of our listeners to, buy up all the
Yeah.
tickets, so it is a purely to our guys. That would be really
yeah.
fun, man.
Let's negotiate this deal live on air.
Yeah,
Do it.
Tom, that's your.
Business department?
We want a couple free
Please
take
take
for us.
over.
I guess $50, and then we'll run.
Good to go.
Piff, I wanted to also ask you about doing private shows for celebrities and the ultra rich. Do you do a lot of that? Like, do you get a lot
Not anymore.
No.
No, but I used to. That was like how I made my income back in the day when in my 20s I was a regular magician. I hadn't evolved into the higher levels of being a dragon. I was just a grumpy English guy who would go to parties and be asked to leave because I was too miserable. That's what would happen. I would just go to these parties and people would be like, "Oh my God, we booked the EO of magic. Can we please just get rid of this guy?"
That's actually not a bad name.
Yeah. So I did all these parties. I did like Ian McKellen's 70th birthday or Sir Ian McKellen's 70th birthday.
You got to say that.
I would do all these like fancy like dinners and charity events, and all these celebrities would be there. But they've all like seen a little too much. I don't know how many celebrities you've dealt with now, but I feel like they're a little bit like rabbit in the headlights. They're sort of just like, "Oh, hello, who are you? I don't know. You'll be gone soon. Who cares?"
Well, that's their reality. They live a bizarro life.
That's very accurate, man. Like, as much as that was funny to hear you say, there was a lot of truth rooted in that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we do a meet and greet after the show, and I definitely, I try and like say hello to everyone and listen to what they're saying and sort of be a little present. But it is tricky, and people do, they do come up to me a couple of years later and they say, "Hey, we came to see your show and so. Do you remember us?" And I always just say no. I say, "I'm really sorry, but I meet a lot of people."
What? Who?
Well, you're just being honest. I mean, it's easier to do.
Yeah,
that.
well, I
Like-
don't want to lie and get caught out.
Right. Well, you're looking at Tom right now. That guy that you're looking at right now has no ability to do that. So if a listener comes up to you and says, "Hey, man, I'm that guy," and you're like,
he lies
I know,"
crazy.
and then you get caught all the time.
Well, who does that? What kind of insane person goes up to a
it's
celebrity
a mean thing to do. It is.
and then says, "Hey, remember me?" I'm like, they don't. Why would you
know.
even expect them to?
It's kind of mean.
And what kind of narcissist?
Oh my God, these people just like you. What is why are you so upset with people for just
How
liking
dare
you?
they
Get
say
him,
that?
Piff.
Hold on, I thought the Piff used to be grumpy like I'm getting grumpy.
No. The pandemic has made Piff
You guys have
really.
switched
He's
roles.
he's a happy boy now.
It's really changed me. I've had some time to spend with myself. I've reevaluated a few life decisions I've made, and I've now got a commune. And in Las Vegas, yeah, we all live together. There are 18,000 of us all following the Dragon Way. Isn't that Scientology? Don't Scientologists believe in some sort of giant lizard reptile thing?
Yeah.
I could definitely lead that
Xenu.
religion.
Yeah,
Well,
Xenu. You throw him in the volcanoes.
Piff, speaking of that, do you have a core of like super engaged fans that like follow you, go to like are like multiple Zoom shows and like or maybe have like a fan group of
Like,
Piff heads or something?
Scale heads.
Because it seems like everybody now, like even
dragoons.
like obviously we have it with BDMs and like all these other like media, small media, and different like everybody's got their super
Fan
engaged
base.
fan base.
Yeah.
You have that, Piff?
We do. We definitely have people who relentlessly comment on everything we do and are very supportive. But I'm terrible at keeping up. I mean, I'm really bad at keeping up with them, and nobody else does. So also, we don't have any staff anymore, like, because we don't have a business. Our whole business was selling tickets to physical shows. So nobody works for me anymore. It's like me, Jade. That's it, and a dog. So
it's like a family
Jade
business.
doesn't really know how to use the internet. No, she knows how to like watch TV shows on the internet. That's really her sweet spot.
All right.
So if you want to get a message to me, go to NBC, pitch it, turn it into a 12-episode series, and Jade will watch it and pass it along.
That's all you need. Piff, a couple last questions for you, then I will let you go because I know it's early. What? Okay, so we were watching the David Blaine balloon special, and we watched it, and we
Well,
were like,
Piff, I got to be real with you
recorded.
because I'm afraid he's not going to be honest with you. You hated it.
No, now I've
You
learned,
hated
I've
it.
grown to respect.
In fact, Piff, we had people comment on Twitter that said that Tom and I sounded like assholes talking about it.
No.
Why?
I was just saying that I believe that there are a lot of people in the world, skydivers, professionals,
do the same bit.
Like they could probably do this. And then I was like, "Is this magic?" And then I was like, "Oh," and then I've softened. I'm like, "Oh, it's the art. It's the I got to appreciate it for the art of it, and I can't just start breaking it apart or whatever." But is what Blaine? Is he doing a magic trick per se? Is it just turned into stunts? Like,
Yeah, it's like
how
a
do you
feat of
categorize it?
strength.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a different thing. It's that Houdini thing of like I'm gonna create a huge spectacle, so that people will be like, oh my God, David Blaine did this crazy thing, and then they'll buy tickets to my show.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Blaine's got a show. Does he have a regular
I don't know.
show?
Yeah, he was doing a live show for a bit, which apparently was really good. But
Yeah, traveling one, yeah.
It's funny because, Tom, I had to stop him from replying to you when you emailed. I miss you. Tom was going to reply, I miss David Blaine.
no, I just,
Oh my God.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in my mind. It's the tight knit magician community. They all know each other. They all know what each other are doing.
But with anything, there's got to be some competition there too, right? I mean, I'm sure that Piff wants to be the richest.
I'm not
dragon.
getting in a balloon. Okay, let's just say that I'm not going up. The other day I went on a roller coaster, and that was bad enough.
Yeah, do dragons traditionally fly, or are you a land
They
dragon?
do. I'm a ground dragon.
Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And Piff, have you ever hurt yourself doing an illusion of any sort?
That's a
Like
good
I know.
question.
Yeah, I set myself on fire the other day.
Oh no.
How did that happen?
Well, so we've done two things. We did this big show called Tournament of Laughs on TBS, which was a comedy competition for all of these comedians like Jeff Ross, Fortune Feimster, Natasha Leggero, like 31 comedians and Piff the Magic Dragon.
Oh.
So you have to make, each week you have to make a video. So we made like 5 videos in total. And we ended up getting to the finals, which was ridiculous. So we got all the way to the finals and we were like, we have to do some big trick here. And so we did a trick where I was like tied up on a stake and then I would like be like, handcuffed and shackled and restrained, and then they would pour gas over me, and I'd have to escape before I set on fire. But because it's a magic show, we decided it would be much funnier if I didn't escape, but I set on fire and then I turned into a cooked roast chicken.
All right, that's very Piff. Yeah, that's your style, man. I like that.
That's my style. So we did it, and it looked great, and you can see it online. You can go to our YouTube channel and watch it. But it did involve me having to get set on fire twice. Now, I don't know whether you've ever been set on fire, but you don't really want to do that once. But we needed 2 shots. So I had to have a special dragon skin that would be able to be set on fire. Whoa. And I was covered in this weird, like, jelly. And then they just like literally toss gas over you and light you up. There's no like art to it. It's just like, yeah, we've done our best. Good luck, buddy.
There's no art to it.
And it's always some real man stunt man that's been in the industry for 30 years, and he's explaining to you
he's
like
typically smoking as he explains it too, which is off-putting. It's off-putting.
It was actually a friend of mine, Jonathan Goodwin, who was just on America's Got Talent this season, and so he was like talking me through it, and I was like, oh, this sounds like it's going to be really, really bad. Is this going to be really bad? And usually those guys say, no, we're professionals. It'll be fine. He was like, no, it's horrible. It's really horrible. You'll be on fire, and it's hot, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. So I did it once, and literally, like, they set fire, and it like the flames like go from your legs all the way up your body. And they were like over my face. I was just like, I could just feel like flames like on my face. It was really horrible. So we did it, and then they put me out, and then we needed like this second angle of it. So they had to do it again, and I was like, oh God. And it was like 3 a.m, and I was like, the stuff they put on you is like freezing cold. So I was like shivering, and then they just set me on fire again, and then I had to jump into a water tank. And I was just like, never. When you do a trick, I go, how did it look? And they go, okay, we need to reshoot it. This one, I was just like, please, God, do not let them need to reshoot that. And they didn't. But it turned out great. And we won the whole competition.
Yeah,
we beat
I saw
everyone.
that.
Yeah,
I was going to bring that up.
yeah.
Because even in the, because I'm subscribed to your mailing list, and I urge all of our listeners to do that as well. And I got an email saying, and it's so funny because you will laugh, even if he's promoting something, whatever you're reading, you'll get a lot of jokes. Because I was laughing because leading up to you guys winning, and again, congratulations, it was very funny how even the ads would say how we can't believe this is happening. We have no reason to be here. We should not be winning. Like it was like there's jokes all in there, and then he wins. But I like the fact that you're always a little bit like that, and maybe that's the key to having a lot of success. Is just not take it that seriously and just do your best and set yourself on fire.
Yeah.
I think like we want to be, this is such a like smoke and mirrors industry, like show business is, and magic is even worse. And in magic, everyone's always like, oh, I'm the best. Everything's the best. Everything's that. And I just want to be like, no, there's a pandemic, guys.
Right.
Everything's gone wrong.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
It is not the best. This is not the best.
Yeah. And
The
that's
fact that it's the worst.
Yeah, that's that's why we like you, Piff, because you're
real.
real.
He's
And
real.
again, piffthemagicdragon.com. Get your tickets to the virtual show. It's really
Hey,
cool.
let's
We
try
got to set one up,
Yeah,
right?
let's set one up. So we'll work on that. But man, thank you so much for the time. We know it's super early there, and we miss you too. And when you do get back on the road, we can't wait to
have you in again.
have you back in here.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. See you later.
Yeah,
thank you,
Take
Piff.
care,
See
man.
you,
Give
man.
the family, we said, some love to all the dragons. Grumpy dragon. He's a grumpy
I like the grumpy.
I do too.
He's
You know,
so
I love
real.
Piff
I
so
love that
much.
motherfucker. Isn't he great?
Yeah, but when
he's
I-
so real.
I've always loved
But
Piff.
here's
the thing
I know
about it.
when
If he
I
says
go.
he misses you, he does miss you because he ain't gonna say something he doesn't think. Like that's really him.
I knew, like, when I go grumpy,
cool dude.
Piff is just gonna pivot and go opposite. Just to fuck with me. I
Yeah.
knew it.
He likes to fuck with people.
Yeah,
God, I love that guy.
He's the best dragon.
So we have to do that. Do we want to do our shot now?
Yeah, let's
And
do
then
it.
we'll end the first segment. Thanks to Piff for
And
being
Mr. Piffles.
I'm sorry I doubted you. I thought that maybe you
it
couldn't.
did go awry there.
Yeah,
at the
I
beginning.
thought-
Hey, did you notice he brought his readers in today to make sure it said Piff?
Did he? Aw.
Did you see? Go get him.
I didn't see
Go,
him.
Butler, go get him real quick.
tortoise?
Will you wear him
No,
during the
I'm
toast?
For the
No,
shot, come on.
For the shot.
Grandpa shot.
It's
Oh, I was
just
gonna make him really mad because this is where
Were you
this
mad
is,
because people were donating?
this is where the okay. Let's talk about that. So people are
I
donating.
didn't know. I was
People-
telling people to keep doing it.
People are donating money to the show, and then Pop over here is getting mad. He's like, "Turn the goddamn sound off!" And I'm like, "It's not me, dude." He's looking at me. He's
Well,
like,
I want
Can you turn that off? I
want people to donate, but-
yeah, give us money now. Tom's okay with it now.
Well,
You can turn the sound back on now. Pop over here is like, "Oh, well, what the fuck, Daniel?" I'm like, "I'm not doing it."
Can Piff hear that on his end?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why
It's
Tom was getting mad.
distracting.
You're embarrassing me in front of my dragon friend.
Yeah, he's got
Piff's
good.
used to getting donations. He's fine. He's got a Twitch channel. He knows.
He's got good production. And you don't put the volume on, so you ding ding.
He had a great set,
Ding,
right?
ding, ding, you can't even hear shit.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, great! We got $18.
He works in a casino. He's used to it.
I'm just saying.
Just said you're an asshole.
People are donating money and you're shitting all over.
Why does it say it was donate it all at the end when we're
That's
done
what I
talking?
said.
You donate when I tell you to
I'll sit in
donate.
silence and then you donate at the end and then I'll say thank you.
I know you can't see
Bye-bye.
what I wrote, but I wrote in there, please hold your donations to the end for Pop Pop. And
Jesus.
then they all go, let's piss off Tom by donating
And
all
I
at once.
encouraged
him.
Then Sam goes, do it. Then Juan goes, oh my God.
I didn't know he was really that mad.
Juan went in and deleted the sound so it wouldn't happen. And then people started, and then people get mad at me. They're like,
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not good for the rest of the listeners. I mean, those goddamn 100 people on Twitch and the
Also-
thousands that listen.
Yeah, there's
Also,
thousands
while you
of-
were grandpa screaming about who does that, asking people if they remember me, Chunkle Chicken Cheesesteak did add the clip of you asking Travis Pastrana if he remembered you. So,
Okay. Oh, you're supposed to be my friend.
that's hurtful.
You're supposed to be my racist friend. Backstabber.
you did tell the Twitch
Oh,
chat the other
shit.
day they didn't mean shit.
I am crying.
Well, they're getting me back. I donate 13 cents. So that it ruins the goddamn Piff the Magic Dragon interview.
Wow. It didn't ruin it. It was
Jesus.
fine.
10 virtual stars. I don't even know where that money goes. I honestly don't. I thought about it the other day. I was like, I don't know where it goes.
It's somewhere.
Okay, Travis.
Now you're fucking with me.
Get up.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Oh,
100 stars. I don't know what that shit is.
All right, brother.
All right, cheers to 1 foot in the mountain. The vacay starts tomorrow. Gonna get doubly high tonight and drink away my sorrows. Rock and roll 90210.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
What's that? That's good.
Bibb and Tucker. It's good shit.
All right. So,
All
okay.
right.
Okay, all right. Just,
Donate
can't-
Friday.
I'll yell at you, but I can't read your name.
Oh,
You guys
that's-
are-
Hey, you have to put
your glass on.
Put them on.
I'm only gonna
Put them on.
I'm only gonna put them on to yell.
Gramps,
at.
Gramps, Gramps, Gramps. That's Frog and Molly.
Fruck you.
Fuck you.
Oh no, that's racist. You can't say that. Oh, the fuck are you? He put on the glasses. Do it. Hey, hold on. Let me see him. Tom goes.
He just old man Fruck You.
Tom puts his glasses on. He goes, I'll Fruck You. I'll Fruck You in your ass.
I was gonna yell the person's name, but I still couldn't read it.
Oh,
It was like
it's Frog and Molly.
Oh, Frog and Molly. I thought it was Frog
I'll
Nutty.
Fruck You in your ass. You're not allowed to do that. He's doing Mickey Rourke from Breakfast at Tiffany's, where he's doing
No, I
a
wasn't.
horrible Asian impression.
No, I
Have you ever
wasn't.
seen that?
Mr.
Rourke. He's like, oh, okay.
All
right, don't do that.
That was a better
What's wrong
time.
with you? Oh, my God. All right. Here we go. We're going to take our first break because if we don't, then we'll miss news. Holy shit. Dude, you're killing me today. All right. New music from... This band's called Only Sibling. The name of the song is Screen Door. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 1-844-TOMNDAN or show@tomanddan.com if you'd like to leave us an email. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Butler are here. Let's jump into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's do it.
Ross's piece of shit news.
Ross's piece of shit news brought to you by the Orlando comedy. Hold on. Should I
COVID comedy jam.
should I plug the COVID comedy jam? It's tonight, but
it is tonight.
You know, I figure like most people download this tomorrow.
No. We'll promote something else.
He still can't hit the laser post. Still.
I'll say
Fucking
brought to
10
you by
years.
the Orlando Talk Show.
You hit the post like
You're breaking up in your attic.
Wow, damn.
Samantha's clowning everybody today.
Sam has been relentlessly beating us today, man.
Look, I thought it was Fun Friday. We're 1 foot in the ocean over here.
God damn.
So you can check out the Orlando Talk Show with Ross McCoy.
Yeah, join his Facebook group.
Yeah, what do you have on this week, Sarah?
oh yeah, so former intern of Private Worker, stories out of him. And one with Steve Cantwell just got nominated for the Nobel Prize for podcasting.
There you go.
That is a good episode. I listened to that one.
Oh, I left my drink.
So Ross, how have you been, man?
Good.
Very much like Piff. Get to the nose.
And I will plug the Orlando COVID Comedy Jam. It's going on
It's
tonight.
not Orlando. It's just COVID Comedy Jam.
Man, you really couldn't have fucked that up any worse.
Oh, it is. Well,
Michael Rappaport
First you
is
called
on
it the
it.
Orlando. Then you said, Ross, how you
it's
doing?
sponsored by
Ross
Mo
says
DeWitt.
good.
It's
It
Orlando.
is sponsored by Mo DeWitt.
Okay,
so
yeah,
it's
it's
our
the-
Orlando-sponsored COVID Comedy Jam.
I think it's just COVID comedy.
Yeah, that's the jam right there.
Well, the only person not in Orlando is the old Rappaport, right?
No.
Oh my God, Larry Fulford we had on this week. He's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Orlando.
Carmen Morales,
That's true,
L.A.
yeah.
Okay, well, she's from Orlando. Sorry, Ross.
Ian Aber out of Atlanta. We got Will Blaylock up there in Jacksonville.
Oh, no, well, Will, he's from Orlando. And again, it all stems from Orlando. Okay.
If you could pick Will Blaylock out of a lineup of comedians, I would be impressed, much less asserting you know where he's from, sir.
Hold on. I know Will Blaylock. And if I see him.
What nationality is Will Blaylock?
Like, where,
See the traps I set here, Ross?
Where's he
I'm
from?
still good at this, Ross.
I don't know where he's from, but I know.
Describe
Will.
him. Describe him to the audience.
He's a comedian.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he prefers nighttime work. As opposed to,
like he's not one of those morning comedians.
He's a vampire, apparently.
He's not one of those
likes to work in
breakfast guys.
clubs.
He's not in the breakfast gang.
You know, Will.
Tom and Dan event he was at.
I call
Yep,
him. I
yep.
call him. There you go. He's he's
Has
Locky.
he
Locky.
ever
Oh, cool, Locky.
has he ever performed at one of our events?
Yeah, of course he has. Will Blaylock.
Wow. Okay.
Mark that.
Mark that for
what?
Mark that for an air check. We're sending that one to who did we send that to? Pfizer.
Send it to old Blaylock.
All right, first story, I guess. Yeah, I never say that. That's normally you yell it.
And I just wanted to also mention, I believe the stand-up debut of Jana Banana.
All right.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's good. Just go to justcallmo.com.
Mm-hmm, indeed.
So last time I was with you guys, we talked about Biggie's crown. It's sold. Do you guys want to guess, or you just want to be told how much?
Oh man,
Oh,
I'd like to
God.
guess. Yeah, I like a good guess game. I think I said I'll just go along with what I said last time. I think I said that it was going to be extremely expensive. So I'm going to go.
And real quick, they expected $300,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they wanted to pull in.
Yeah, and I think I said a mil. So I'll just sit on a mil. That's fine.
I'm going to go low.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are probably right.
I'm gonna go 80 grand just because people are scared. I think to spend. Even rich people, they're like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me just not blow my money on some plastic crown.
hold on to
that
this
doesn't
money.
mean anything to anybody except for me. And I'm going 80 grand.
I'm going to go 55 grand.
Butler?
I'm going to go in the middle, 150.
I believe Butler might be the closest in terms of numbers. It went for almost 600,000.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So double what they wanted.
Yeah,
or what they expected.
Yeah, I respect the fact that it's without going over, Ross. We've always been that way.
God damn.
I might be bad at math. I'm just reviewing it in my head. Like, so you might be closer at a mil. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it is without going over, traditional Price is Right rules.
So this photographer just got 600 grand, basically for.
I told you he'd get more.
Some prop that what is it? The 90s he took that photo.
Yeah, but I told you it would go. I mean, I honestly believe that's undervalued. I really still truly believe that.
600 grand,
Dude, I still think it's worth at least $1 million. You're talking about one of the most iconic musical pieces, like props of all time. It would be like, okay, like
that image is everywhere.
the leather jacket that now this is greater, what I'm about to give you an example of, but it's the same vein. The red leather jacket that Michael Jackson wore in the Thriller video, right?
Yeah.
That's worth more than $1 million, right?
For sure.
That's one of the most iconic.
Kurt Cobain's woolly jacket he wore for the Unplugged. That went for like $250,000 or something.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Michael Jackson thing has kind of been tainted, so I feel like that's gonna go for less. It's like,
No way. King of Pop.
Yeah,
It'll go for more.
What do you think, Ross?
People are like, oh, the pedophile.
Allegedly.
They also had some letters from Tupac. They only went for like $76,000. And they were pretty cool. They were like love letters from Tupac. He signed them a bunch of different ways. He said a bunch of different cool stuff in them.
See, I feel like that should go for more.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's personal.
That's art.
Yeah, but not as iconic. See,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
like the
right.
crown.
This is personal writings.
The reason the crown sticks out to me, I'm trying to think of it. Okay, here's one. Iron Maiden. They have their guy that's their mascot, Eddie, right? There's got to be an original Eddie bust or an Eddie mask.
Yeah.
If you had the original Iron Maiden Eddie mask, because it's so iconic, that's what I'm kind of equating it to. I'm trying to think of other bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers, that weird asterisk that they use. If you had the original piece of iconography that they use for that,
Those socks they wore on stage.
That's disgusting. But
All
that
the
would
dick socks.
I would actually hang those in my house. That would be a good one to have.
If you had all, or is it 4 or 5?
You gotta have 4 dick socks.
All 4 dick socks in like some sort of shadow
Like a
box.
shadow box,
yeah.
Yeah, a big gauntlet, and then you can control time and space.
Although, also the easiest.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Like, couldn't you just go out and buy and dirty up, or like some old, go to Goodwill and find, because they're just regular, long, generic with the blue lines on the top or
No,
whatever.
but there's a picture, so you would have to make make sure that they're matched to a T.
If you got that and just got 4 socks and made them look old or whatever, and then put them in a shadow box and then said, like, these are Red Hot Chili Peppers original dick socks, like, it's so rando that people would believe it, right? Like, holy shit,
then here's
the dick socks.
What if you and I make that shadow box and then put it on eBay and see if we can scam people?
Well, is that illegal to do?
I don't think so.
I feel like it is.
Better ask your lawyer.
No, it's only like what we'll say is I'll say that when this is bad, I'll say when my mom died, she left me a shadow box of 4 of the Red Hot Chili. You know what? Never mind. It's a bad idea. And even I'm.
Does it come with a certificate of authenticity?
It does.
Can you imagine going to jail and having to tell your cellmate that your crime was forging the Red Hot Chili Peppers dick socks?
You'll go to white collar prison though. It's fine.
Oh yeah, you're right. But that is a cool crime to be in jail for. Next story, Ross.
All right. In slur news, I told you guys about Scrabble. This guy Greg Patton, a professor at the University of Southern California. As of this story, he was kind of in hot water on September 11th when they wrote the story, and I didn't follow up, so he might be fired by now. He was given a Chinese lesson, and Tom, he was talking about something that you have a lot of understanding and that you do a lot. They call them filler or pause words. For example, stuff like that in English. And so he was giving an example of Chinese filler words, like something you might say in Chinese, like that. And it turns out it's the word that, which when you say it repeatedly might sound like a slur. I figured out a nice radio-friendly way to say this, Tom. You could put this shit on the fucking radio and everything. Tom, I'm going to have you say the front part of it by asking the question now, and then I will say the second part of it right afterwards. It's 2 syllables. You ready?
I feel like this is the culmination of why you started doing news again, just to get me to say it, because just so you can be like, got him, and then you put it out there. You're like, oh, get him! I'll cancel this motherfucker.
I'll be honest with you. Nothing sets off a Friday like butt-fringing your old boss. Like fucking him good.
All right. Go ahead. I'll try.
I feel like I could even just say this, like, hey, this is the Chinese word he said, and it would be perfectly fine. But I just want you're going to say part of it. I'm going to say part of it. It's going to be clearly broken up, but you will get the impression of what this Chinese word is. Tom, say the word for the bendy part of your leg.
Knee.
Ga.
Okay. I see how you see. Yeah. I did see this, and
he says it 3 times in a row real quick. Like you might say, He says it like how that word 3 times real quick to exemplify a filler word.
Okay, but to me, though, it's me and Daniel say this a lot. It's his intention. Like, so he's saying the Chinese word that means that people use as a filler word in China. It's in a different language. He's saying a word that sounds like a horrible slur, and then you're still going to get in trouble for that? Is it because he's doing it to try to troll people? Like, if his intent...
That's where the intent changes, because if you are trolling and you're saying it, then your intent shifted, right?
But he's just some Scrabble nerd, right?
No, this has nothing to do with Scrabble, Tom.
Oh, okay.
He didn't listen to the whole story.
I don't know. Well,
put your glasses on. You'll listen better.
But what was his intention of saying this? That this could be a bad word if you said it, and then he says it, and then people attack him and fire him for it?
Some of his students complained to the dean.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is ridiculous, right? Like,
I mean, I don't like, but Ross, he wasn't trying to troll. It was just like maybe his pattern of speech, and those are the words that he used in order to.
There's words that sound like other words. That's how words work, you know.
I didn't watch the video itself, but this BBC article is real, real kind of objective about it, and it does not sound like they don't make it sound like he was in like it. What they describe as him teaching a class. And that's it.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a story. So it is a story. It's legitimate, And
well, he did get fired,
and
right?
he did get fired. But I'm wondering if just after the fact, maybe they'll talk it
Rehire
out
him or
and
whatever,
figure
yeah.
out what's going on here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you knee jerk and you do things right to try and rectify the situation.
Because there's two things here, right? So like you could go
there's
Howard
knee
whoa.
and there's ga.
So Howard, you can go if you go the Howard Stern route and you're fucking with the system, and because like this is Howard Stern was famous
So
for
you're
this.
trying to agitate.
So he'd do a game show where he got what's the fucking
Beetlejuice?
Jackie the Joke Man. He's like, what? He's like, how would you describe a male chicken? He's like, cock. And he's like, what? A big male chicken. He's like, big cock. And he's like, they're
It still makes me laugh too, Ron.
But
Oh, you all right?
So
Got a big cock in his mouth.
wow, man, you're killing it today.
so
Killing it, Chan. Where's your sound effects machine?
So technically, he is correct in his verbiage of what he's saying, but we know his intention is to say bad words on the terrestrial radio. So you could say his intention was like bad, right? Like he was intending to do this but trying to get away with it under the guise of I'm just saying male chicken, big cock.
Right.
So was this like professor or whatever? Was he saying it because he knows that like, oh, this means that in China, but I'm going to say it because it sounds like the racial slur, and I'm going to get away with it because I'm saying it this. There's that, which is bad, and you should be fired for because your intent. And there's the hey, I'm saying a word in Chinese that sounds like this word, but I'm saying this word in Chinese that you shouldn't be fired for, right?
Yeah. No,
espresso.
The what?
Yeah, he's fired up. he just had a big cup of cum of some young guy.
I think he doubled down on his Adderall today.
I remember those posters. Everybody had that. I'm like, and even as a kid, I remember seeing the posters. I'm like, you shouldn't have that. That's terrible. That's not good. You should have that on your wall.
What is it?
Cum of some young guy.
It was cream of some young guy.
Cream of some young guy. No, sorry. I'm like, remember on the Chinese poster, they used to just say, like, young boy's dick. Like, that's how stupid I am, Ross. That's how dumb I am.
All right.
I'm sorry, Ross.
Ross.
It's been a rough weekend.
There was an update to a past. I don't know if you guys remember when Trump took that picture in front of the church with the Bible and
it's
everything.
my favorite. Yeah.
He had to clear out that the park to make the little walk over there, if you remember. There's a report that came out this week that the military police requested from the National Guard an active denial system, a.k.a. a heat ray weapon.
Yeah, I saw this.
This thing shoots focused microwaves and on the one side it's described as it makes you uncomfortable and hot, and other people describe it as like electricity frying your body.
Yeah, some people have described this as saying like when they use this particular weapon to disperse like crowds. That it makes you feel as if your skin is melting off. And I'm like, but it's not. It's just a ray. So I'm like, well, could you hit me with it? Because like would it stop my heart or anything? Like that I would worry about. But if it's safe, then shoot me with it and let me see what we're up against here.
And also making you feel like it and then it actually melting your skin, two different things.
Yeah, it is two different things.
Because
it's all about intent, Tom.
Getting shot with a rubber bullet or breathing in tear gas is pretty violent.
It's bad.
So it's like
Can be bad.
If you're trying to figure out a less violent way, but I imagine
I do like watching the chat room talk about how that wouldn't work in Florida because we live under a heat ray that melts our skin off.
Can you block it in any way? Like if you had a shield or clothes,
trash can lid, sunscreen.
Wouldn't a simple trash can lid or an umbrella block it?
This article says only the old school foam Big Mac container.
You know what? I
missed that too. Good reference, Ross.
I miss when things were foam.
I miss good foam.
You're like, this will never not exist. This will
you can still get stuff in foam.
You'll always be with me, Big Mac container. You're my best friend.
Yeah, this Big Mac container will literally be here for hundreds of years.
Come snuggle me.
Millions of years is big. Like that. There's something cool about that. You're like, I'm throwing this trash away. It'll never not exist.
Neat.
Remember they said that? The fucking streets would be overflowing with them? Where are they now, huh? Where are they now, people of the night?
Oh, that's a good conspiracy theory, Ross. Where are the foam McDonald's containers that everybody said would fucking stay around forever? Where's that QAnon?
I'm pretty sure.
A McDLT container for years. My hot side needs to stay hot, and my cold side needs to stay cold.
You switch over to some small Polynesian island, and they're like, they're right here everywhere. All on our beaches. It's just we're filthy.
Probably true.
No, I know.
That's the saddest thing you've ever said that's funny.
But there's islands of just trash, and the people are sad, and they're like, stop putting your trash.
Wait a minute, that's Moana, right?
Yeah, no, but it's true, though. There's trash everywhere. My God. Anyway, next story.
And then so they apparently didn't have the heat ray. They also asked for one of those big sonic weapons. They didn't have that either.
To use?
They didn't get those. So that's why we got what we got.
It was a disappointing day for the military police in Washington.
Yeah. They'll get their heat ray one.
Yeah. They have the, I like the Sonic one that gives you diarrhea.
Yeah, Sonic Diarrhea is my band name.
They shoot it and the sound waves are like, oh, diarrhea. It seems like the least violent
Some
way.
people call our show Sonic Diarrhea. I've heard that.
It's like if you could just shoot a Sonic ray and give someone diarrhea, it's like the least violent way to get them to
very messy,
leave.
though.
I also think it's funny that they named it after the restaurant that gives you diarrhea.
Sonic.
I'm
sorry. Thank you, Ross.
I can easily push past having diarrhea. I do it every day, right?
We know.
I don't know if you push past it. You push it.
Yeah, you push it right into the toilet. And sometimes you wipe your butt so hard you leave crumbles on the seat.
Don't talk about that.
What if they hit you with that noise? They make you diarrhea, and then the fucking heat ray hits the diarrhea, vaporizes it. The guy's face off.
They clean up after themselves. Oh, they shit everywhere. Get the heat ray out and evaporate their diarrhea. I like that. We're looking at the positives today.
Job scam. This is in Australia. Guy didn't like this. He's an optometrist, and this lady optometrist worked in the same department as him, and he kind of wanted to either get her out of the way or undermine her, get her position or whatever. He started going in after she would do her prescriptions, and he'd change them. They found, once they started looking, this guy changed 410 of her prescriptions that she wrote down to make it look like she was making dumb mistakes and kind of gaslight her. And they found 300 pairs of glasses that got made from these defective prescriptions, and 96 of the customers caught him.
No shit. This is like the Better Call Saul. I don't know if you watched, like he fucked with his brother one time, like changed some address and some paperwork to make him look stupid or whatever. Like that's this, right? Like, although you think after you did it like 200 times that you'd be like, well, this ain't working. These fucking dummies don't notice that they can't see right now. Because like, did a lot of them go back and be like, something's fucked up? I think people would just push past it because like I bought these readers on Amazon and they're not my prescription of anything, and I just wear them. And they're like, I can see with them. It's like, scam.
But you can't because you said "Fruck you."
You're right. I cannot. But is that illegal?
People didn't even catch it. Just wearing the wrong glasses around.
Yeah. I think people would just like, all right, well, the doctor said so. Yeah, I think people blindly trust.
Here's where I don't like glasses. And Ross, tell me, because I know you wear glasses. Butler, you don't need to wear those, do you? No. You just, what are you doing?
You don't. Those are for fashion.
The Butler thinks he's Carly Rae Jepsen. Call me maybe, and he's trying.
I thought he needed those.
They don't even have lenses
blue
in
blocking
them. No, they don't even have lenses in them. He's just wearing them as a fashion statement.
What an asshole!
Oh yeah,
this guy.
You are an asshole.
I'm legally blind over here.
So anyway, Ross, I know that they're like, I've had a pair of glasses that I got. Oh, geez.
He shamed him into taking them off.
5 years ago. And then I just got a new pair of glasses. And then they say that the old pair is like old and that the new pair, my prescription has changed just slightly. So they've updated it, right?
Right.
But when I put them on, the new pair doesn't appear to make me see better than the old pair. The old pair actually, like seemingly,
works
it's
better?
Easier for me to see. Have you ever had that?
I actually fucked up the opposite way. I just got these glasses and contacts like a year ago, and the guy tried to talk me into bi or trifocals, and I was like, fuck you, old man. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
And I very much need that shit.
Yeah, I think I do too, man. I'm getting bad. It's getting worse.
The compromise was kind of just like a weird middle ground, so I can see like one certain distance away, and everything's just different shades of blurry.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
I feel like an optometrist, it's like nobody understands what they are actually doing. Like okay, say you go to a podiatrist, right? Your feet, you got athlete's foot or whatever.
I'm not going to go to the podiatrist for athlete's feet.
I don't know. Something's wrong with your feet.
Be hideous athlete's feet.
So your feet burn something. There's like some rash on it, and then like they look at it. They're like, "All right, use this cream or take these pills or whatever." Right. And then you're like, "Okay, I got this thing on my foot. It hurts. I'm gonna take this pills or rub the cream on it. It fixes it. That's it." Like I understand the process, but the eye doctor, you go and look into the goddamn giant metal robot's butthole, and then you read the things, and he's changing the lenses, and then he's like, "You're
at 1 or 2.
You're
2 or 3."
Yeah, and then they're like, "Your prescription is this," and like I feel like you'd have no way of knowing if this is correct or wrong.
But are you guys like
right
me? Because they do that, and without sounding like a hacky stand-up bit, but they do the 1 and 2 thing, and they go 1 or 2, and I honestly don't know which one's better. Am I supposed to say, "I'm sorry"?
You don't tell a difference?
I can't tell the difference.
You are supposed to tell him that if that's the truth.
So what does he do? Then he's like, all right. And he reaches in his pocket. And here's 4. Like,
right?
What?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
They'll pull out other ones.
I've never done that.
You're supposed to pick the one that you think they want.
No, you're not.
That's what I do. I'm just trying to win the test.
That's why back when we went on a go-to show, they said that Tom had perfect eyesight. That's not true.
Because he was just trying to win the test.
Yeah.
Everything's a competition.
They say 1 or 2.
I got the best eyes.
I look. I'm like, do they? I think they want 2.
Let me tell you.
I heard the inflection in 2. They want 2.
They're pushing towards 2.
Is it 1 or is it 2?
Oh, they like 2. I'm gonna give them 2. All right, Ross. You got any more stories?
Yeah, I got plenty. We can chalk one up for the Stone Age. This guy Riele Franciscato, he got killed in Brazil by an arrow from an indigenous tribe. This guy
right in the chest.
Actually, sort of a peace broker, and they shot him with a fucking arrow. Died from it.
Yeah, he went out there to kind of help him out because there's been some unrest, I guess, from these indigenous tribes.
Yeah.
And he went out there to be like, "Hey guys, come right in the chest."
Oh yeah.
It's a Sikh. He's like, "Hey guys, I'll just go." And he's like barfing blood.
God.
Oh man,
there's
gotta be bad.
Big old thick arrow too.
It's never.
I hope it made that noise like.
It's never funny when a human being dies, obviously, and this is super tragic. But if you're trying to
last week, you
Here
were
we go.
laughing your ass off last week, motherfucker.
No, I wasn't. There is something. It's dark comedy, but there's something comical about the fact that this guy was trying to help them, and then all they knew
They're like,
was
"Fuck
violence.
you."
They
Yeah.
knew that the people were
Maybe
bad.
they didn't want his help.
And then he's like,
You know how many times my wife tries to help me and I want to sink an arrow into her chest?
He's like,
oh
"Hey,
God.
I got blankets. I got blankets.
Yeah, she's like, do you need a drink? I'm like,
He's like, excuse me, the bulldozers are coming.
excuse me.
They killed you. He was trying to warn you that the bulldozers were coming. They're coming. They're for sure. Now they're coming
like
even.
Fern Gully.
And now they're going to use the fact that they killed the guy that was trying to help you.
Martyr.
To bulldoze you good. because now they're going to be like, these people are violent. They'll
You've
kill
been
anybody.
dozed.
Yeah. And the bulldozers, they'll be mounted machine guns and they'll mow you down crazy.
Ooh, bulldozer with a mounted machine gun sounds awesome.
Your arrows will do nothing against modern
Oh,
technology.
that's an Avatar.
Yeah, I know. It's
God.
like a modern day Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Like these are indigenous people that live in the Amazon
Can
rainforest.
you imagine how big a Navi's pussy would be to a human? My
Yeah, because
Lord.
they're like 10 feet tall.
My God, an Amazon woman. I'd love to climb that big blue goddess.
It wouldn't be good for her though, right? Because it's
don't
too
know.
small.
No,
You're
they do
human.
with their
Stick your whole
tails. They
body
do with
in
their
there.
tails anyway. I don't even know if there's
That's
an opening
true,
there.
yeah.
Do
I
they
don't think
pee
there
at it?
is.
Do they pee at other tails?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they
So
have
get your tail out of your
James
mouth.
Cameron.
Yuck.
Let's get James Cameron on the phone.
no, they have to have some place to give birth, and so they have the thing.
Maybe it comes out of the tail.
No, it hurt.
The whole front half of the new movie is all about their pussies and how they work.
I'm in.
Spoiler alert. Jesus, Ross. What the fuck?
But Avatar does not hold up.
No, it does
I watched,
not.
me and my husband watched it
does
recently.
It does not.
It was It was good in 09 or whatever.
who's the guy?
Not good at everything.
The main guy's Babarici. What is that guy's name? Cavarici? Z Cavarici? The guy that plays the bad guy. Z Cavarici.
Oh, the Scarface?
Rabisi Cavarici with the guy. The
General.
Stephen Lang?
No.
General Scarface.
No, not
Yeah,
no.
that's
Z
his name.
Cavarici.
Skinny legs.
Skinny. Oh, that's not the bad guy.
Giovanni Ribisi?
That's who
Oh.
I'm thinking of.
He's the hero. In
No, he's
Avatar.
not.
No, he's not. He's a
He's
bad
an
guy.
asshole, but he's like the boss.
He's the broker guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy in the wheelchair?
No, that's Sam Worthington.
Oh, yeah, the bald the guy.
No, he's not bald.
No, the
Rec Room for a
bumbling.
Dream? Is that it?
Car, Tom, did you see this film?
I don't think he has.
You talking about cars?
Oh
He
my
said
God.
It doesn't hold up. He was talking about cars. He's like that Lightning McQueen. That's
the
fake.
tow truck.
Fake as shit. Tom watched Cars is like fake. All right, next story.
Do they give birth to their own cars? What if they have sex?
They don't have baby cars.
Okay.
I don't think they have. I don't think they have
There's
reproductive
baby
parts.
Yeah, they there's like a Cars universe.
So Hudson, what's the guy's name? Hudson.
I don't think they do. But they obviously intermingle car brands because like Lightning McQueen definitely banged the Porsche car. But then what do they make?
You mean a Ford put his fucking
Why are you-
Tailpipe?
Yeah, no, in the tailpipe.
I'm just saying, like
It's for
it's a
babies.
kid's movie.
Yeah, but
Yeah, do you
Stop
think,
trying to
do you
analyze
think-
this.
Who's got the bigger dick? Woody or Buzz? Call in now. Have your say to the USA and
One
Canada.
for Woody,
Oh.
two for Buzz.
all right, Ross. Sorry. Next story.
Yeah, a pregnant car grows a car seat, and then the baby comes out 9 months later. It's pretty. It's covered in Cars 3. This is my
all
one.
right. Sorry.
I heard you were supposed to eat the car seat, or at least encapsulate it later.
Yeah, or bury it under a car tree or something. So you guys, it's been the year of shortages. We toilet paper, a lot of medicines. Seems like there's been a shortage of everything. The newest shortage, due to the rush to develop the COVID vaccine, we're almost out of monkeys.
Really?
That was the last thing I expected you to say.
They don't have enough monkeys to do all the trials. This guy Skip Baum, Associate Director and Chief Veterinary Medical Officer of the Tulane National Primate Research Center, he says, we're just about always in a state where we're very close to the level of production to meeting demand for research. For several years, when the COVID pandemic came around, that just pressed us even further. So they don't make more monkeys than they need in general. And when there was an unexpected rush on monkeys and then a continued demand, we're running the fuck out of monkeys quickly.
Wow.
Oh, can someone like a higher up, can like Trump demand that like the lipstick companies and the makeup companies give
their monkeys,
give their tortured monkeys to the COVID companies because they need more monkeys.
I got
to
another
torture.
shipment of Revlon monkeys.
Oh, they're mad.
Here comes Max Factor. Oh, here comes L'Oreal.
Because is that still a standard practice? I know they do it with obviously medicines, but do they still like test with like makeup companies and other like food?
Well, mine does. We do strictly animal testing.
I just went and got some hand soap at Costco, like a big box of hand soap, and it says real prominent on the box on the outside, not tested on animals. And my first thought was, I'm an animal. What if it's bad for me?
Yeah. No, I seriously think that way too. I'm like, things should be tested on animals because guess what? Newsflash, we're animals.
Also, just get some unbeloved animals like bats,
Silver Spring.
Yeah, you could put some lipstick on a bat.
Yeah. Like
still a bat.
Like, bats. I feel like no one would get mad over bats. Monkeys are too close.
Bats
to
are
us.
hard though. You can get diseases from bats. You got to think like the cutest and most asshole animal is a koala bear, right? Koalas look cute, but won't they fucking claw you and bite you crazy?
Yeah.
Not a lot of them anymore, though.
Well, that's good. Let's
but-
use something there's not a lot of. Don't use something there's an abundance of.
No, but people get mad if you torture a koala bear.
I'm not going to torture. I'm putting lipstick and rouge on. Is that torture? I just got it ready to
It
go
has
out
an
for the
allergic
night.
reaction.
To my
It's
wife.
not going to have an alert. Everybody think what? I put some rouge on the fucking koala bear and all of a sudden it starts vomiting blood? That doesn't happen. It just looks cute.
Well, I mean, if they mix the rouge wrong, they're like,
Right.
this one had glass in it.
Oh.
His cheeks are blood crazy.
Put him in the trash can. Oh, he's still moving? I don't know. Put a brick on him.
They like these rhesus monkeys, though, Tom, is the point, because they share about 93% of genes with humans, so they're real close.
Aren't there enough volunteers or people that are poverty-stricken or whatever?
To test it on actual humans?
Yeah, like people that are like, hey, this could be bad for you, but you'll get paid a lot.
What was that movie?
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Jim Carrey movie, wasn't it? Where they tested makeup and lotions and their faces all swelled up.
Yeah.
Dick and Jane or something like
Yeah,
that.
Dick and Jane.
I know you can like ask to be involved into
I'm in the COVID
trials
one.
and stuff.
I'm
yeah.
in the COVID one. I'm supposedly.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah. Like after vacation, I'm supposed to go get my test
Really?
serum or whatever.
But you don't know if it's actually the placebo or the real one, and then that to me,
I think I'll be able to tell. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm very in tune with my body. I feel like I'll know as soon. I mean, like minutes after injection, I'll be like, I don't have it. I'm good now. I'm Superman. I'm ready to go.
No mask.
Cough on me, bro. I dare you. I'm good.
It does say, actually, in this article, Dan, that when they started running out of monkeys, the next closest animal they could get were radio hosts.
That's true.
A radio stunt boy will do anything.
They should use hosts. More like monkeys.
Yeah, but they don't like to do anything.
No, they don't. They're too lazy to even walk to the facility.
So it's hard to get a needle through a hockey jersey. That was
Yeah. Oh man, we had these all saved up.
But they have no sleeves, so
That's true.
They're already ready.
Shoot for the arms, boys. They're exposed.
They're literally ready for vaccines at all times.
One last story. This
Yeah.
is a quick one for you guys. There's an iconic piece of packaging that's about to go away because it is a quote recycling nightmare. Any guesses?
I'm trying to think about something.
Imagine not getting this product out of this container. I've had this since I was a kid, and it's been the same fucking container for years. The same design. Nothing about it has changed in any way.
Coffee can, Maxwell House coffee can.
Oh, dude, no.
that's a
But
good
I was just
guess.
looking at some like old pictures of my grandma, and grandma definitely stored everything she fucking owned in coffee cans.
Yeah,
That's funny.
We did too.
My stepdad had a coffee can, all his change and guitar picks.
My dad, you know what my dad did? My dad nailed like coffee cans on the wall and then cut the top off so it was like a shelf for like a hose.
Oh wow!
You could use them for everything. Yeah.
Poor.
You couldn't resist yourself, could you? My God.
He thought about it, took a beat,
He was like,
and then said it
he's
anyway.
He's like, what a second. Think about it. You like this guy.
Poor.
I was saying, when you start using coffee cans and you nail them to your wall,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're not rich.
I don't know what it is. Anybody know? Anybody got a guess for Ross? I don't think I know what it is.
I don't know.
All right, the Pringles can is going to go away.
No!
Close enough, right?
Dude,
It's a
Just a
weird
skinnier
mix
version.
of plastic and paper and metal. It's like impossible to fucking recycle. It's down there in Fiji with the goddamn Big Macs.
Oh, yeah. I guess
So,
you're right because
I mean, Pringles can is just a longer, skinnier coffee can, right?
but how do
well, no,
you...
because it's not. It's cardboard.
Yeah, it's cardboard.
So is a coffee can.
No,
Well,
that's
not-
metal.
Yeah, coffee can. Like you're talking metal.
Yeah.
Not the
Folgers.
ones I get.
Well, there's I'm sure
Poor.
they make them in cheese. I was gonna say it, but
Said it before you could.
so Pringles, the company, did kind of fuck with the whole industry. We're like, we're gonna make this out of cardboard, put metal on the
But what are
bottom,
they gonna
plastic on the
do?
top.
No, Juan just said Pringles are gross. They are not, sir. How dare you?
Veggie chips are better.
They're okay. Some of the
So is
veggie...
veggie chips going to change their packaging too?
No, they're fucking veggie chips are, man, they're pretty as conservative as they come. I don't know if you've looked at the can lately.
Thick plastic.
Yeah, oh, man. I don't know. Ross, what are they going to do?
A cheddar Pringle is all untouchable. That's a good chip.
I agree. And Maisie loves them, but she also eats them like a Bulgarian. She licks every ounce of cheddar off of them until they're like a wavy, soggy chip, and then she smushes the wet potato paste into her mouth. It's horrible.
That's
Because even like, not to steal a Mitch Hedberg joke, but tennis balls, have they changed the packaging of tennis balls now? Like to be more.
Some are in like a bag. Yeah.
Okay,
I've seen that. But what are they gonna do?
even that is tennis ball is just that's plastic and then like little metal and then plastic. The Pringles tube, you got paper. It's got this weird coating on the inside that's plasticky, impossible to disassociate from the paper, and then that metal rim. It's just like it's everything all wrapped into one. You can't do anything with it. Right now, Dan, Kellogg's, I guess, is the maker of Pringles, and they are trialing a different can.
They should make the can edible. They should make it.
Yeah.
They should make the can, or make it so I can wet it and it just
disappears.
Yeah. I need more wettable cans. Starting with you, Sam.
The wettable, edible can?
You know what? I'm just leaving for the day. That's twice.
Yeah.
That's too far.
They're going to try to retain what they call the distinctive pop when you pop a tube of Pringles. I don't know that there's much of a pop.
Not anymore, no.
No.
And does anybody care about that? Like, really?
No.
Like, oh, look it.
If I open a can and it doesn't pop, it decreases my satisfaction by about 22%.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like? Oh, there's a roach in here. like something happened. Like,
No, honestly, the other day my daughter was picking her nose and then stuck her entire hand in the can, and I go, well, those are yours.
That's disgusting.
I go, well, those are, and I wrote her name on it with a Sharpie. I go, Maisie's pizza
Boogers.
flavored, because she likes the pizza ones
Yeah.
and the cheddar ones that Ross mentioned earlier.
yeah. As our kids get older, it's harder for me to eat their boogers and doo doo because
Oh,
They're not as cute.
Yeah. When they were babies, I would gladly eat their boogers and doo doo, but now I'm like, I can't do it. You're too old.
Their
now.
doo-doos are big. Like Maisie takes like big old fucking Ralphie May shits, like huge asses.
Dan, I found a shit in the toilet the other day. I was concerned a man had broken into our house.
Maisie
Well,
took
you
one.
have little men there now.
Maisie took one and didn't flush, and then I said, "You didn't flush. What are you doing?" She goes, "My show's on," like that. And I'm like, "You're Tom's kid." She's watching some fucking show. She likes that cake show.
Like the celebrity.
Yeah, like some sort of like a baking. She's
the Great British Baking
No,
Show?
but it's the American one. But anyway, hey, great job today, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
Anything to plug? Let's plug the COVID Comedy Jam. Starring Michael who, Tom?
No, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
He wasn't listening to you.
There's
Michael Jackson.
There's yeah, rapping port. Yeah.
And then check that out. Just Call Mo tonight. I'm gonna get fucking hammered on my own couch and grill some burgers and shit and watch that. And comedy's back at the Bull and Bush, you guys. We got open mic on Wednesday nights. We're doing shit sandwiches back first and third Saturdays. Limited seating. You got to wear a mask unless you're seated at a table. All that good shit. And I got something fun coming up. Paul at the West End called me up and asked me to book like a legit real comedy show at his newly renovated performance space.
Nice.
Dan, you remember like when you walk into West End, the bar's to the left, to the right there, he's got that stage and that little area in there.
Yeah, we did a live podcast there. It's nice. Yeah.
It's really nice, man. You're gonna love that if you're doing that.
Yep, and they got he put like the mandated minimum amount of seating in there. It's all spaced out. Nice tables. They got food service during the show. And it's going to be me and Marcus Crespo and James Yon putting on a show.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think it's October 23rd at the West End. You
Hey,
can get tickets.
Yeah,
tickets
put that on my page. I'll link the shit out of that. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that'll be really good. And Timmy Dove, our good friend, has done a lot of artwork, and they've renovated. It's smoke-free now, I believe.
West End is smoke-free.
Yeah, so like it's just going to be all around a better experience. So yeah, that will sell out easily. That will be really fun.
Where do you get tickets again, Ross?
Drink at westend.com, know, Paul's website. Drink at West End.
There you go. Check out Ross's podcast, Tots with Ross. He and Mickey are pulling out tots all the time. Like and subscribe. Brother, it's always good to talk to you, man. Have a wonderful weekend, okay?
Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
See you, Ross.
See ya. Oh, I forgot to talk to you about the casserole he made me.
Shit
was good. It was good. I wrote him a thank you.
Yeah. Ross seems like a guy that can make a mean casserole.
Dude, it was really
What does that mean?
Casserole king.
Yeah, he knows how to make a casserole. You know,
I can point out everybody on the street like a casserole, no casserole.
Yeah.
Casserole.
Here, I'll tell you.
Casserole, no casserole.
Butler, no casserole.
Yeah, I ain't gonna ask Seth Petrozelli to make me a fucking casserole.
No,
yeah,
no,
healthy
no.
casserole.
He don't know how to make a casserole. Oh, yuck.
Like Ross, Juan, basically all the fat guys I know.
Wow.
That's really what it took. That's my only judging point.
Let's take a break. How about what say you, buddy?
All right, let's do it.
You down for one? I got a pee-pee. The name of the band is Coupons. The name of the song is Mall's Disco from their Up and Up album. We'll be back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN.
Play it right, keep on once the fat is gone. Space rock belong to non-Babylon.
Hey, you know, we're gonna give this drummer guy, have him come over here, and if by chance he's not working or we're not feeling him, you can bring down.
Oh man, I miss these guys so much. That's Troy.
He'd be down with it.
That was the Nature Kids from New Smyrna Beach playing Spit Rock, which basically the entire song is about how you had bands like, this came out in the 90s. I couldn't give you an exact time. I want to say maybe 96.
Yeah, like mid-90s.
Kids Under Construction was the album, but what's really cool about it is that the song was kind of addressing how there were a lot of rap rock bands out there, and they called it spit rock, and they were better at it because their MCs were better and their band was better. I mean, they had, I think his name is David Pastorius. Jaco Pastorius is the accomplished bass player's nephew. I'm trying to remember all this, so I may get bits and pieces wrong. You've got like amazing musicians, and Scotty Ho and Troy were amazing MCs, so they were better than a lot of the rap rock bands that you would hear on the radio, and they tried to keep it very, pure to that.
Yeah.
I still listen to that band now. This is like, what am I, 30 years later, I'm listening to this band CD, and I'm just like, it's still fucking great.
Think about all the bands that have existed that could have flourished and been successful in this age, the internet age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they didn't because, something... Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sam. I thought
there was no avenue like the internet back in the day.
Yeah.
No, and they just, you had to go through obviously big labels, and that was the only way. That was your path to success, and all it took was the subjectivity of one of the people that gave you the green light or not to be like, no, we're gonna pass or whatever.
Like A&R guys.
Yeah, so many different little things that could have happened, and you never got your shot. Which, we know tons of talented musicians and bands out there that would have definitely hit it on the internet, but they couldn't.
Sometimes I admire the fact. Sometimes I do admire the fact that maybe you got there and you stared it down, and you talked to the record label, and the A&R guy.
No.
And you're doing your business, and you look at it and you're like, if I go this route, it will completely diffuse the entire amount of passion that I have for what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And I would love to do this, and I'd love to cash in, but what if it kills my love for something that really is keeping me alive in a weird way because I love it so much?
But I often think that people miss out on opportunities because they project or try to predict what they think will happen if they make this choice, and then that prediction, they base everything off that prediction, but it's just a prediction. You don't know if that's going to happen. Like,
right.
I remember.
That's true. You and I do that sometimes. Like,
we'll
sit in here.
Everybody,
and like,
human psychology.
We'll think about, and pros, cons.
But it's better just to take the opportunity and see where it goes rather than turn it down because your prediction of what's going to happen may happen or not, and then it could happen.
Yeah.
But if it does, then pivot or whatever else. Like, I remember Crystal, she never wanted to become a manager at Foot Locker. Like, she worked there for like 13 years. I know it sounds ridiculous, but she used to tell me.
I didn't choose managing Foot Locker. It chose me.
They constantly wanted her to work away. Like, they're like, you've been here 13 years. She that was her first job.
She's completely overqualified for that fucking job.
But sometimes in especially retail jobs like that, it's more beneficial to the worker to not be salaried because they will work you to death.
they'll kill you. Yeah.
It's like a
you're
restaurant
for
manager.
not
yeah.
not enough money.
Right.
It's true.
Because they would try and do that to me at my
especially
old corporate
Crystal.
jobs, and fuck that.
Especially Crystal,
they
because
find
they'll
someone-
lean on you hard.
Yeah, they know
because-
she's a hard worker.
And they hear what? No, that's not even the thing.
They know she's honest,
They
dedicated.
know she cares.
She cares.
Even just a little bit. They'll find. Oh wait, what? Samantha? She fucking cares.
Yeah.
About
Take
her.
advantage of her.
Oh, wait
Wait
about
a
her.
minute.
No, they did that to me. They'll be like, oh wait, Samantha cares about the reputation of Tom and Dan's show and her own show. Well, fuck, we got to squeeze every ounce of fucking care out of her.
Yeah.
So not only she hates this show, but she hates her own show.
yeah, that's what you do.
Oh,
That's why I got to go on vacation.
We all do, Jesus. But you know what I mean, because they did that to me at the radio station, man. They knew if they called me there, sorry, not to put it back on me, but you knew this. If something was going wrong with that show, they knew I cared enough about even just my own reputation.
Yeah.
And they did that to your, I was going to say your daughter. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Well, she was afraid that if she took the manager position, that she'd be a lifer, and she saw like her bosses, and she's like,
miserable.
I don't want to be in this
Yeah.
corporation for that long. But then I used to tell her, just take the
could always
position,
leave,
and then
yeah.
you can leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
And like, what's the day? And she's like, no, I know if I take it, then I'm going to be a lifer.
No, that's the care part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The care part can get.
I guess you know yourself, but I was telling her, just take whatever opportunity comes towards you. Don't predict what you think's gonna happen, and then change it.
Well, it can be dangerous.
money and run.
It can be dangerous to care though too, in the fact that like with me, you know, you care and they take advantage of you, and then you wake up one day, and this is just being honest, and you know I'm honest when I say this. You wake up one day and you're like, oh shit, I am financially dependent upon this job. And they have fucked the passion out of it. But I have so many bills now, and I do make a decent wage that I'm fucking trapped.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the
Right.
scariest part to be in. That's the part that makes you go, well, I think that's the part that dissolves marriages. I think that's the part that makes dads and moms bad. I think that's the part that makes you drink too much or take drugs or be a bad person because you feel trapped in something and you know you are financially.
But the feeling of making that trap your home is none better than that. As you hang up pictures, you're in the trap. You're like,
Well,
this
it
is
is-
my home now.
There's comfortability
The
to it for
trap.
sure, yeah.
But then it doesn't last.
No, that's artificial. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real. Oh, man, we got
Let's do some
deep.
dump 'em out.
My God, why did we do that? We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. I want to also see your bottoms.
Okay. Come on,
My God.
Listen.
I'm not done.
Was that after the
Oh, my God.
the public summertime chicken sandwich?
That was it last night. My God, this segment brought to you by the public summertime barbecue chicken
Oh,
sandwich.
my God.
That me and Butler and Sam all ate, and we all had diarrhea. Oh, spray crazy. Hats off to you. Hats off to you.
That sound effect sounded like a 30-second continual push. And how do you
It
do
is.
that?
Yeah.
Draining.
Have you ever heard it in its
I give a
entirety?
push
Just
for
like
5
truly.
seconds.
Here, listen.
No, I don't want to hear it. No.
And it goes. And then it goes.
Oh, man. That was a brown pee-pee.
No, hold on.
Come on.
That's not it. Here's when it really
No,
goes.
come on.
It goes right. And it goes.
I'm sure Piff is glad he did the show today.
That sounds like they ought. It's like when you do dribble castles at the Bee Gees. It's a lot going on. Why is that so funny to me?
MosquitoNext.com. I don't know how.
You don't know how to do the transition. Yeah.
I just screamed.
Don't even try.
I screamed the business. Check. Butler, put a check by it.
I love it when people come in and go like, I
man.
miss Piff the Magic Dragon. Yeah, we had like one of the biggest magicians on our show, and I still don't even know why we Skyped him.
So if you go to MosquitoNix.com and their holiday light program has just started, get it done early. They put up your holiday lights. Obviously, there's still mosquitoes right now. We're not in the season yet where all the mosquitoes are gone. It's mosquito crazy. If you want a Mister system like I have or the portable system,
Hi, I'm Mr. System.
you can go on TomandDan.com and get that portable system, or MosquitoNix.com and tell them Tom and Dan sent
And that's
you.
N-I-X.
Yeah,
Mosquito,
Mosquito, not N-I-C-K apostrophe.
Right. It's
S.
not a guy named Nick.
No.
Hey, what's up? I'll come over
What do you
there.
got, doo-doo flies over there?
I'm being attacked by a fucking doo-doo fly over here.
It's coming out of the plant.
It's aggressive.
Oh,
yeah, it is
Greg's
Is it?
harboring
Is
doo-doo
it coming out of the
plants.
plant?
I think so. It's buzzing all around. It might be a white fly. I may have brought in white
Oh,
flies.
come on, man.
Because I got my whole garden is infested with them, and I gave him the Tony Rage, and he told me he put on the back of his
Is
suit.
that why you put that White Flies Matter sticker in our bathroom? I'm like, why did you do that? I was like, that is aggressive.
He put it in the back of his WRX, his white flickers. He's like, is there supposed to be this many flies?
Oh,
Why are
man.
you giving flies?
See, he's giving everyone his trash plants. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
He's like, is there supposed to be flies? I'm like, yeah, that's supposed to happen.
Maisie came in to me this morning. She goes,
Your pepper pants rotted and they fell on the tile, and then the sun baked them, and now the tile is permanently stained. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Right, fair enough.
Thanks.
All right, what do we got?
Dump him out. We got Tommy is affecting Maisie's behavior.
Oh yeah, so when last week when I was over at Tom's house for the saddest pool party in existence, watching football, I asked Maisie if I drunk and saying, "I'm like, come give me a hug, come give me a hug," you know, like that.
yeah.
And she's like, "No, you just think you're drunk, you're disgusting." And then Tommy looked at her and was like,
Maisie, I
didn't do it.
Maisie, that's your father. Go be with your father. He is your only father, and you love him.
And damned if she didn't come right over and give me a fucking hug. And he like was holding her hand. They were running out. It was the cutest thing. But
Aw.
he had this like
He's too good.
like he had this like blanketed like go see your father. He
Teaching
needs
your
a hug
daughter
right
how to
now.
love.
Yeah, please. And then she was like, you know what, Tommy, you're right. I do love him. And she came over and gave me a hug. It was awesome.
He
So he already has like a positive effect on her. Not that she was being negative, but you know, she's being a kid. But he was like, your father asked for a hug. Go give him a hug. He needs one. I just thought it was really cute, so I wrote it down.
He's a people pleaser
He's a
and
good
he's a
kid.
rule follower.
I
and,
like that kid.
I don't know where he got it from.
Not you.
That shit is nature.
Not
and,
your wife either. I don't know where.
Yeah.
You
It's-
don't think so? You don't think Crystal?
Well, I'm more of a rule follower than Crystal, but I got tainted throughout the way and damaged.
Well, that's true. Maybe it is an early. Maybe
it's-
it's nice for you to sit back and look at a non-poisoned you.
Here's the thing. I'm not a rules follower. I don't like to get in trouble. So that's Tommy too. So I've learned that throughout the time. Like, I don't care about the rules or what you're supposed to do, whatever. Like, but I don't want to ever get in trouble or have any repercussions from breaking the rules.
Yeah,
so
confrontation.
There it comes a confrontation. So I try to do what I want, even if it breaks the rules, but not get caught.
Yeah,
So that's
find
all-
a way to not get in
And
trouble.
hopefully-
Yeah.
Never, no.
Yeah. Now he's genuinely he hasn't figured out a way to weasel your way around the rules, so that
what we figured out is, you know, like, well, at least what I figured out while I was drunk watching this is that Tom wants, you know, like his boys to be quote tougher, and I want my daughter to be more snuggly,
softer, yeah.
And when they're together, we get that. So they're gonna be fine. They'll just leech good things off of each other, and it'll all be good stuff.
Yeah.
So
And,
we're very lucky men.
that shit is ingrained into who they are. Hard to change.
She's independent, like her mother, her mother's mother, her mother's mother, and the mother before her. Yeah, that's science.
Mask commercials.
Yeah, what is that? I've never.
Dan, you told me to write that down. Mask commercials.
Mask commercials.
We can move on to the
never
next
had
one.
a dump out
Hold
there.
on, I know this one.
Yeah,
Mask commercials.
Because you're the only one that watches commercials. You still have cable
Yeah.
and.
No, my guess. Oh, yeah, I remember this. This was just a passing thought, but I was like, who's gonna be the first to
Implement masks.
well, they're already doing them in like commercials for like pizza places. I think we're number one. You know, you get the guys that are like Domino's, like we'll give you
Contactless delivery.
and they
Yeah.
got the mask on. But So that's going to go to your next tier, which would be, I've seen it with Publix, all right? And then your next tier would be, I don't know, like a Applebee's. You know, let's say, I have yet to see. So I think
like a restaurant.
I
with
think
a commercial.
I think in the evolution of what we will see as the consumer. Right now, we're right at Applebee's level, meaning that your Applebee's, your Longhorns, your Outbacks, those would be next, at least in my theory.
Well, yeah.
And then who's going to be the first show? Now, apparently, This Is Us, the show that everybody makes everybody cry. They love it. You know, it's a good show. It is a good show, but it's really sad. That's not something I'll watch it with Andrea. I can't say it's bad because that's unfair, but it's just like
not
it's a
your
fucking,
type of show. Yeah,
it's a downer, dude. It's like a miscarriage, cancer.
It's a true
It's
drama.
like Jesus Christ. I have anxiety. I'm depressed. She had another miscarriage. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I have this in my real life.
Miscarriage and anxiety is the worst morning show
of all time. And I'm small. I know which one I am. But yeah, I'm just in that. I was trying to like pinpoint. So we're at Applebee's. What show will be the first to like? They're not going to do that, right? Like you're not going to have shows where
entertainment shows.
Like if the guys are outside that they all have masks on and you never see their face, then why are you even?
What about like live shows, like talk shows and stuff like that?
Well, they're doing.
I guess and like the news,
they're
they don't
doing
have
them, but the
masks,
audience is
right?
like either virtual or spaced out.
Yeah, I saw a commercial when I was researching Piff for Kelly Clarkson, and for whatever reason, she's got an eye patch, like a pyro now. I have no idea.
She lost an eye.
But she, I have no.
I heard that.
Kelly Clarkson has an eye patch. Don't know why.
she lost an eye. Like seriously. Yeah.
No, she didn't.
How?
She was trying to get a breadstick too fast. Knocked her right out. She's a bigger gal.
And then in the preview,
unlimited breadsticks at Fazoli's too.
Of the show, when she invited the guest out there, whoever it was, she's like, "Oh, virtual hug," and so that I was like, "Oh, this is the current incarnation of this particular show, so it must be like."
No, the guest's name was Virtual Hug. He's a rapper.
Also, you have to, as a corporation now, when you release commercials. Put in the mask thing because that's everybody's reality. If you didn't, I bet you there'd be crazy people complaining or like writing you hate letters.
Well, you had a way to go, right? You can either go with, we're filming our show and our business lives in pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Or we are realists and we're in reality.
I think it would be too off-putting if you did. Okay, say you recorded. Is the Big Bang Theory still going on?
No.
But Young Sheldon is.
Young Sheldon, which I have no idea what is that.
Fuck Young Sheldon.
It's a spinoff show.
So in Young Sheldon's universe, like they try to, but no, seriously, like every TV show and entertainment thing has like a supposed fictional.
It wouldn't work because Young Sheldon takes place in like
the 80s, yeah.
80s. Okay, so it'd work, yeah.
But no, like let's
also they do a laugh track. There's not a real audience.
Let's take a new one. Let's take a new show. Let's say that in what's the biggest show right now?
Well, you can say it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or something.
Or
like
no,
that.
these cop shows are gonna have to do it, like NCIS. Because that's real time, real now.
Yeah. It's set in.
Yeah, and they're outside. They're around people. Like the cops that I see around here, they're all wearing masks.
What about reality TV?
Right.
They're going to start putting
well,
masks on?
but that's our reality we live in. But Daniel, he brings up a good point.
But it kills the look because you can't have William Hung singing like an R word if he has a mask on his face.
Well, he could take it off just like restaurants or whatever. You get to where you're going in the mask, then you take it off when you're not around people.
They're going to have to put him in.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the reality of like shows like that. But in like a Friends type, like a sitcom,
like a written show.
A written show, you'd have to implement because when they go to stores or they go to places, I think it would be off-putting to the audience to be like, oh, like no one's
Curb done?
No.
It came back, right?
They'll do it.
Yeah,
they'll do it where Larry loses his mask, doesn't have one. They'll do it, right? They have to.
When production starts up again,
they have to do it.
Yeah. You have to implement that part. I mean, it's part of our culture. Like it'll be infused into stand-up comedy. It's here now to stay.
It's here.
It's weird to watch movies or shows that have already happened in the past, and you see a bunch of people with face masks on, and you're like, wait a minute. Because I'm doing a rewatch of Mr. Robot, and then there's one season where there's a lot of people wearing face masks in New York, and I'm like, wait a minute. Did he predict this shit?
Well, a lot
Because
of
they don't explain why everyone's wearing the mask.
Well, a lot of people already did because of like pollution and
pandemics. Like, there's been plenty of movies, and those people hire professionals to be like, "What would people do?" And I'm sure those professionals are like, "Well, everybody would have to wear masks."
But in that, everyone is actually wearing the mask.
Yeah.
People are following the rules.
So what else?
We got? Pajama day.
Oh, yeah, today is pajama day, and I just wanted to let you guys know that my daughter flat out refused to wear pajamas on pajama day.
Oh, I like
she
that.
wore a full gown, complete with fancy high heels, and did her hair in like a fancy braid.
She knows. Does she know about her Princess Day coming up?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say maybe she's so excited that
she hates theme days.
What?
Again, if you're just checking off the bingo card of this is Tom's daughter.
It is, yeah.
She hates fun. Oh, my God. I'm like, you get to wear
that.
your pajama jammies. Let's do it. She's like, I don't wear pajamas. And I was like, it's Fun Friday. She goes, I want to do work. That's a quote. I swear to God. She goes, I don't want it. I don't want to watch a movie. I'm like, well, I think you're watching the new Milan. I don't want to watch any of that. I want to do work. And I'm like,
oh my God.
So I was fucking around with Andrea. I was like, is this your kid? She's like, we're already behind because of COVID. I have to catch up. Give me all the bucks. I gotta totally cram.
That's how you become successful. You have that inner grind, that inner
She
motor.
did say that.
I don't have that.
She went to
Oh, are you telling us that? I like how Travis is telling us like
we don't know.
I don't have the old work gene. No shit! No shit!
You scared Travis, by the way. You did.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
I'm watching the Olympics with Stephen Hawking's like, I can't run like that. I'm like, no shit, Hawkins! Don't even tell me.
Oh, no, he's dying. Hold on.
I just...
Oh, God. It's all over you.
Fucking trash.
Oh, no.
That was super funny, dude. Oh, my God.
So professional drivers on the list because yesterday.
Sorry about that, guys.
I turned in my
That was
WRX.
gross. Thank you, Sam. You are a funny man.
It's been 3.5 years, and I finally turned it in. Last day, by the way, on my lease, like literally the 16th.
Oh, really?
I turned it in. Thank you to All Pro Dent Repair, Corey, and his team.
He had to fix up my car.
Oh, my rims were just
annihilated. I point them out with Butler all the time. I'd walk by. In fact,
I was like, how do you do that? How do you go back to every part? The whole thing was goddamn curbed.
The week after
Complete 360.
But you've done this. You've done this 3 times,
dings
right?
all over it.
Yeah, yeah.
You've done this 3 times.
That's my saxophone playing. BB dings.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to BB Dings, the home of good old blues. BB Dings,
So,
baby.
Anyway, I turned in my car, and we're not going to buy a car until after we get back from Colorado. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm having to lift everywhere. And so I get done working out, where I work out. And I call the Lyft driver, and I have to go to True Leave to make a quick stop.
Why do you need to go to True Leave and make a quick stop?
Well, I mean, I'm going on a trip, and I know
You're
though...
going to Colorado.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's like bringing a date to the fucking beach.
Yeah, but it's easier to get
I think
it
it's
here
sand at the beach.
Than Colorado. It's the same shit. I'm like, the allure of buying marijuana in Colorado is worn off because I can buy it here
but why
legally.
travel with it
why necessarily travel with
I'm
it?
not talking about travel. Calm down, bro.
All right, narc.
Oh, so you're just going to buy it, leave it at your house, and fly to Colorado?
You take it before you leave.
Yeah, but you should already have some.
You should just wait till you get to Colorado. It's cheaper, dude.
It's not cheaper.
Way cheaper.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Supposed to be.
No.
Where I go, it is.
The recreational, it's cheaper if you have your medical, but it's more
It's
expensive.
more cheap if you have your medical, but even if you don't have your medical, it depends on which dispensaries you go to, but there's a lot of cheaper
Frogging
dispensaries.
Molly's in Colorado. She says it's cheaper for sure.
Yeah.
No, for recreational
Frogging,
buyers.
call in.
Yes.
So you're saying THC gram or milligram for milligram is
100%
cheaper in Colorado?
Yes.
I don't know that. For me, it was around the same price. It was like
it doesn't matter.
I'm
So
not
you
nickel
went
and
to
dime.
get
it.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
the professional driver. So
I'm going to sit there and kick this around in battle. I got a
I don't
vacation
know.
to go on, you dickheads.
Anyway, so I request the lift, and then now it has like, hey, my Lyft driver was like far away, and says like, you want to upgrade for like a couple dollars more and get a nicer car, but this guy's 10 minutes away.
I've never used Lyft before.
Yeah, so there's like
that sounds awesome. Did you, by the way, did you get the email with the female thing that
I did. I did reach out to them.
Okay,
yeah.
great. There's another company that we might be talking to that does a more.
I've been waiting for that company to get here.
That's why I sent it to you.
So anyway, I've noticed, and the only reason I use Lyft is because my Uber something expired and I couldn't get anybody.
And you gave up. It's the epitome of like, my Lamborghini's broke, and you leave it on the side of the road and you just walk home.
I opted for the fancier lift, like the luxury lift. And then the guy showed up. I got in as a nice black Cadillac and whatever. I get in, and then I'm like, all right, take me to True Leave.
What's up? It's Mark Marrow.
And I noticed he's got a suit hanging in the passenger seat, and then
I'm a transport.
Now, I usually, when I take lifts or even Ubers, when my Uber worked, I've noticed the let's say the driver and condition of the car has been downgraded quite a few notches since the whole thing started.
I agree with, especially
dude,
during the pandemic.
I got in a fucking cat hair car. So people
I sent you the picture of my last lift.
Yeah, that was the one that we got in.
You living here?
Your first one was black car suit in the back. Remember, he had a suit.
Well, it's nicer, because professional driver started there. Anyway, so the Lyfts and Ubers haven't been that nice, and usually I don't give a shit. Like I don't notice or care about anything, so I'll get in any car, either way, any driver. It doesn't matter.
It may not even be his lift. It's like some granny pulls up for therapy here, and he gets in there. Where's hello, granny?
If the person had a gun on the front seat, I'd still get in the car, and I may keep an eye on the gun, but I'll just take me wherever.
What's wrong?
But this driver, I get in, I'm like, this shit is nice. Like it's fucking clean. Like he scooted up the
passenger
seat all the ways. I'm like, a lot of room in here, clean. I'm like, and he's a professional driver, so we started chit-chatting.
Where do you want to go, Mr. Podcast?
And he tells me, he's like,
describe your driver.
He is like I say early 30s.
My family from Ukraine. We live here a little bit. I sort of professional driving. I do race cars first in home country.
He a Hispanic man
that
I know it didn't fit the stereotype. Yeah. But so anyway, I started talking to him. He's like, I'm a pro driver. I do this on the side because my driving gigs kind of dried up ever since COVID. And so I had him take me to True Leave, and then I'm like, well, can I just...
You had him take you to True Leave.
Well, because then I need to get a haircut.
To True Leave.
I'm going to straight up, I did do this in Washington, too. As soon as I got there, I had a Lyft driver take me to a dispensary.
You get your haircut at True Leave?
No.
God, I need to get a whole different system. Butler, reach out to Skylar. I need to get the True Leave haircut.
I was going to True Leave, then going to get my haircut. So I asked him, I was like, I'm going to run inside and get this. Can we add this on? He's like, yeah, change the thing. I changed it. I got back in the car.
Stop.
I went. He drove me to get my haircut. I'm in the back of his chit-chat, and he's driving great. I'm in the back of this nice-ass Cadillac. Drives me to get the haircut.
Did he wait for you to get your haircut?
And then he's like, I'll turn off the meter. This is my last trip. I'll just take you home for cash on the way, and I'll wait for you. So he waited for me, got out, got back in the car, and I'm like, this is the way to do it.
It's driving Miss Daisy.
It's exactly what our president does.
I'm just saying.
You should have got his number so you could use him as your personal driver.
I did. Oh, I got him.
Oh, you did?
It's called and his website. You can see it. It's
tell me.
It's like winterparkcarguy.com or something. Winterparkcar.com. And then so he started telling me, he's like, I have this one client that I drive. It's actually, he prefers that I drive him to Savannah, Georgia for one day. He does these meetings with his other associates, and then I drive him back. But he's less of a pain in the ass for him to get in the airport and go. And
sometimes it is.
I wonder how much that costs.
He told me it was $900.
Ooh.
But if you could fit the bill, and he says
he
works.
Got the money.
He works in the back of the car for the 4-hour drive up there.
That's what I was thinking. And this guy's got some stuff to do.
And on the way back, he takes a couple drinks or whatever, and then he's just more free because he said flying there you got to go to Atlanta, then fly.
That's cool, dude.
And I'm like this, and then I thought of Daniel, and I was like, this would be a job perfect for Daniel, I believe.
Love it.
If professional driver,
I got you. If you don't want to talk, I got music.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
God.
he even had like smooth jazz. He had the whole thing because he's
what do you want?
a pro driver. Like, and I'm like,
I got mixes for you, man. Oh, dude, this is a great idea.
And normally I don't give a shit. I get in the back of the cat lift and the cat or whatever. I'm like, who gives a shit? But I will tell you, I was like, this shit feels better.
Yeah.
Now I did look at the after the whole ride. I was like, no, I think it was a little more expensive. But other than that, the price of it, I was like, this is nice, and I could see why people have drivers because it is a luxury that does make a difference.
We
in
kept
me.
that guy.
Like,
Remember where were we? Was
I don't
it
know.
Seattle? I think it was Seattle.
Yeah.
Is Uber based out of Seattle?
It may be.
I'm not
Sure.
sure.
I don't think so.
San Francisco, Seattle.
I know
or
it's San
something.
Fran. I think
Okay.
it's based out of San Fran, but I forget where we were. But I think Philly was the first time we really used it.
San Francisco.
Yeah, it's San Fran. But we kept this guy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we kept him, and and then. Because there weren't that many cars. It was a really sweet spot for Uber. And then he'd pull up, and it was a black Cadillac, the biggest Cadillac Escalade they have. We got in. There was chilled waters. He had the seat up. It was really nice. He's full suit. Looked like a chauffeur without the dumb hat. And he just took us anywhere. And you could talk to him. You could change the route, everything. It wasn't like getting in some guy's Corolla and going down the road.
Yeah.
It was a completely different animal.
And I contend there are some luxuries that rich people have, like drivers and stuff, that are actually worth it. Like, there's other luxuries that you're just like, okay, you have a golden toilet, the same shit as a white toilet.
Yeah, it's dumb.
And then others, like, okay, you got 17 bedroom mansions. You don't even go into 15 of the bedrooms. Who cares? It's a waste. It's like, it's not, whether you have 2 bedrooms or 17, it's not that much of a difference maker. But man, that
good call.
Personal driver, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
that's
I'd
nice.
love it.
Yeah, get Sam hooked up with
your
guy.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't have to worry about traffic because you don't have to pay attention, right?
Yeah,
You just chill in the back.
I don't have to do that now. My car, I can set the cruise, and then it'll in traffic. I don't have to use any of the pedals. It'll just go down the road.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
And it keeps you in the lines too.
I gotta make sure my feet are by the pedals just in case
I
it just shuts
jack
off.
the whole time. I'm just jacking it.
Someone just got arrested or fined or something for falling asleep in another.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
You saw that news story?
Mhm.
Yeah.
in a Tesla.
And a Tesla, yeah. Apparently, a lot of people are doing that. They just fall asleep at it
Because it was speeding too while he was asleep.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, how's that work?
I don't
because
know.
there's no cars in front of you, it'll go. If I set
but it doesn't-
well for mine, I'll set the threshold at let's say it's adaptive cruise. So if the speed limit's 75, I set it for 80.
Okay.
If there's nobody in front of me, it's going to go 80 no matter what.
I thought the
It's pretty
Tesla
rad.
knew by the GPS every speed limit of every road, and it wouldn't go past that. Or does it? Or you could
There
push
might be
past
some
it,
sort
right?
of manual override. Who knows?
Okay.
No, I think you can go faster than the speed limit.
Will the car do it by itself though? If you set it
I've
there.
never. I've only
Well, yeah,
ridden.
you can set your cruise control faster than the
Yeah.
speed
Well,
limit.
no, I know
No,
it's
he's
crucial,
asking
but
if
about
the
the
Tesla,
Tesla and the
I would imagine
self-driving.
yes, you can. You just set a max, so it's like they ask you whatever. I've never driven. Well, I've driven one, but not to. I've never used cruise.
Because there were shit.
I don't know.
I
That's a
think
good question.
my truck will. I could set it where it warns me with some sort of ding if it goes past a certain. I mean, you have to set it all. It's not smart. But I'm wondering if super smart cars like Tesla and stuff that drive themselves will abide by the set speed limit of the road if left to its own devices.
Wow. Okay. Juan just got the answer. So apparently, in a Tesla, you can set it to go faster, up to 45 miles per hour faster, but only on highways.
Oh,
That
it
makes
won't do
sense.
it on. Okay.
So you could set it to max it out. You probably did. You probably just maxed it out on the highway and just fucking fell asleep.
Some balls.
Yeah.
They're just like, I'm
That's
max.
brave.
Just go to sleep. God damn.
That's brave, man. Because even mine,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
getting used to the.
You didn't have to max it out,
Like
bro.
I set it. I've been going back and forth to mom's hometown and back and forth, and it works really well. It stays in the lines. It sees the other cars. It'll stop correctly. It's great.
Yeah.
It really does work great. But it does make me nervous, so I'm always awake looking at it and just kind of letting it do its thing.
Yeah.
But my foot's always, if we get a stop, I always have my foot ready to go.
Yeah. It'll be where our kids will have.
They won't have feet. Evolutional.
They'll laugh at us for driving our own cars for sure. I doubt if they even learn how to drive a car. By the time they're 16, I bet there'll be I don't know, 16. What do you think? We're talking about 10 years from now. Do you think?
Oh yeah,
that,
dude. 10 years of advancement in technology.
Well, I mean, for sure.
You think it'll be gone?
But do you think there'll be in the
Yeah,
majority
I think in 5 years, I think it'll be gone.
5 years is pretty fast,
No.
man. Dude, look how fast.
I don't
2020.
even think. I don't even think in
I
10.
think you'll
we
be able to
can't-
buy an optional.
But we
optional,
can't
driverless
even
car
get people
in
to
5
wear
years.
fucking masks, and you're gonna
Right.
take away their. I ain't getting in no goddamn machine. It's gonna drive me. Who says? Who says?
Yeah, of course there'll be.
I'm not. I'm just like I don't think it'll happen. I think that you're taking away to them, to a lot of people, to them, to a lot of people.
It'll still have a
It's
steering wheel,
taking
but
away
you'll
your
have-
right.
Yeah.
It's taking away your right to direct your car to go in any direction you want to,
Right.
and that's a
And to
goddamn
be the-
American right.
And to be the dickhead that cuts people off and
that's-
speed.
it's
and,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
You're right. There'll be the backlash, and there'll be the pushback, and there'll be the people that will never drive.
There'll be an
the
automated
cars.
lane that's faster
But-
than anything else out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
It'll be
yeah,
no
yeah.
traffic. It'll be toll crazy, but it'll be. I think it'll be the best option.
And plus, I've listened to podcasts before that talk about like
Sign me the fuck up.
all Uber drivers and like Lyfts and stuff will all be automated by a certain amount of time. They're trying to test it out. Like they that one hit the bicyclist in Arizona, but they were trying to test out all that stuff, and that set them back. But
There's been a lot of accidents.
yeah, but
with the
with all
self-driving cars.
with all this technology and like Tesla and like even Daniel's car, like I mean, Subaru,
mine's
Subaru had the option of the smart, like it'll stop for you.
Oh, I drove that. I forgot to tell you. What is it called? Eyesight?
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
called. I drove the Subaru version.
Yeah, it
Oh,
won't let
by
you
the
crash.
way, that new
Jen's
Forester
Hyundai does the
Sport
same
is
thing.
fucking
Yeah.
tits, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish I'd seen that. The
Yeah.
Forester Sport is amazing. But anyway, yeah, it'll stop. Like there was a guy on did a YouTube video of testing the eyesight, and he put his trash cans in front of it, and he like just was hauling ass towards it, and it fucking stopped perfectly. I mean, it was like
All right.
perfect.
Yeah. I mean, that's and
It's pretty neat.
We're such narcissists as human beings that we won't admit that a computer will do a better job than we will. We're like, I drive better. Those like, no, you won't.
But
old
it's
man.
almost only if everybody's on board, because if you got the dickhead cutting through,
yeah.
you know, I mean, you
It-
fuck up the system a little bit.
There will be a time, mark my words, where there'll be like half automated cars, and then the other, just like everything, just
and that'll be how we vote.
And then there'll be some vote
We'll all
where
The next
hate
version
each
of a
other.
hybrid car will
Where
be an automated
like
manual car.
states will start saying you can't drive anymore because it's not safe, and people will lose their fucking
I'm
minds.
driving my goddamn '63 Falcon with a Cobra engine, no matter what.
For sure, Florida will be one of the last states.
yeah.
So
Oh,
bring
my
it back
God.
we'll be driving crazy.
And we're still trying to get charging stations. My God, we've been waiting. I need a charging station. I've
ready
had
for
a
it.
fucking Tesla for 25 years. I can't find a fucking charging station.
all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
We're going on vacation next week.
We
I
are.
need it so bad. Well, you guys are. I'm driving to get my mom's and dad's ashes.
I know. It's a very
There it is.
That's what I'm doing Monday. I'm going to get them. By the way, they're in the same container. I'll end with this. This is the last thing I put on the list.
Okay, yeah.
And I think it's crazy. I'm going to get their ashes on Monday. Because I've had dad in the closet. Well, mom's had dad in the closet. I finally got him out.
Yeah.
It was all dusty. It was just like the movies, too. Like, Andrea picked it up, and she was like, it was like just like the movies. We laughed. And so we're going to get them both. They're in the same container. It's a companion urn is what it's called. But they make companion urns that have a divider in bronze. It's like $500 extra
Ooh.
to have your own. Like, so mom would be
So
in
have one side,
and
like the
dad-
bed, like
yeah,
their
but
side of the
why?
bed.
Why?
No,
though?
I don't know.
Why? Somebody tell me.
It's a money grab.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Eternally
Tell me
divided.
why.
Why?
Yeah.
Is it because they hated each other?
It's a money grab.
Yeah, it's just an extra thing that they could
Yeah,
charge
it's
for
stupid.
that some
Bullshit.
crazy people would buy because you're right.
The
Who-
death business is really terrible.
Yeah.
It's
They
a
asked me if I wanted a necklace.
oh yeah, they got all the things.
But
Yeah, they
all
do.
the necklaces that I would carry my mom's ashes in were ginormous swinger medallions. I almost got one. Andrea
Right.
said no. I was going to get one just to fuck with you guys. How uncomfortable would Tom be if I came in with a turquoise of fucking sunshine? And I'm like, my mom's ashes are in here.
Yeah.
Let's swing. Pull your dicks out.
yeah. They
It's hideous.
they know that there's a lot of people, especially grieving, and they're like, they feel bad. I think turning like not buying it because they feel like it's some sort of disrespect towards their loved ones. They're prey on all that stuff, but it's a
Yeah.
business. It's a
No, they were very cool.
Capitalism at its
Shout out
best.
to the people that were handling it for me because they gave me the reel. In fact, they were like, They were these people, and you would respect this. They were going through the catalog, and they're like, no, not that one. These are all too expensive. You like these. They were those type of folks.
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
a lot of them outsource all that stuff too. It's they don't make it in house, or they push you to the in house. Like, we make a great necklace. Gary, mix them in the back.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do it. Let's get out
so
of here.
we'll have a new OG and BDM on Monday for all BDMs that we've already pre-recorded. We also have all new hour for ACT Monday through Friday. Well, Wednesday we will be preempted by the Orlando City soccer match, but we will still have an hour on the app. For the podcast.
It won't be on terrestrial radio.
Yeah, but you'll be on it. You'll get
but
the
every
show.
other day we will have the first hour of ACT will be all new material, and then the rest will be best of. And our Friday free show, the first 2 segments will be all new material, and the last segment is actually a best of Mama Dennis, which a lot of people asked for.
It's cool.
So.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
We got a chance to listen. I'm sorry that you guys had to. It's a. Like, let's inundate, beat ourselves over the head with sadness. But no, it's funny. It's really, really funny. And I'm trying to like approach this in a far healthier way. To everybody that's reached out to all of us and been so sweet, I love you and we love you. And we had a lot of other BDMs that reached out and said, hey, my mom died this week too. My God.
Weird, yeah.
It is weird. I want to try to do something, and I'll end with this. I want to try to do something for... I don't know what I want to do yet, but like apparently and I was talking to Mom's doctor, Carolyn, who's she's a BDM. There is a distance problem that we're having with the elderly right now where we are losing more of them, not because of COVID, but yes, because of COVID. They don't have COVID.
Because no one's seeing them.
They're just so fucking lonely that we need, and I want to, I don't know what do I buy them Piff for the old folks center or something? There's got to be something that we as a group of humans can do, because we are losing a lot of people that have great stories and are wonderful human beings. They just happen to be older and can't see their loved ones because they're immune compromised. That's sort of what happened to Mom.
Christine in the chat says they do have pen pal programs, so maybe we check into that.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need to do something. You know, at least I'm going to do it. It starts with me, and then if other people want to help out, we can do something like that.
Because everybody is avoiding old people like the plague.
And you
literally
should.
because they're trying to help them.
Right.
But the effects of that
it's killing them, dude.
Is that
it's killing them.
You can't see them. You can't.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
right?
Because they get so lonely, and maybe they need you. You know, a second set of eyes. You know, maybe checking on them, looking at their color, looking. Or you good? You taking your meds? You good? You feel good? You drinking? You know, eating food?
Yeah. You have any problems that you don't know about?
Yeah, that's weird. Your gait looks weird. Your like that's.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, it's a thing. It's an actual thing. So
just be cognizant of it.
Yeah, for sure. Have a great vacation to all of you guys. Anything else?
Yep, you guys.
If you guys want Van Dennis 2020 the yard signs, you can pick them up at Sunshine State Threads in Sanford, as well as Six Flags Nursery in Longwood. Yes. A lot of people asked me about it. They didn't get to make it to Johnny's. So
and Travis is actually he's going to be dropping those signs off at other locations.
Sweet.
We'll update that later in the week.
Yeah, but just if you follow our social media, the social media will tell you all the locations you get the Van Dennis yard sign, and we'd appreciate if you put that up there, and also. We'd appreciate if anybody doesn't steal the other people's yard sign.
Right?
I have a funny story about that. Somebody stole my Van Dennis yard
already?
sign.
So Butler's got stolen and yours?
Mine got stolen. Mine got put back.
Oh, really?
No, they stole it and put it back.
Oh, it's like a prank?
Somebody straight up fucking with me.
Oh, yeah. I bet they stole it, and then they felt bad.
His
and
mom died and they put it back. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Put it back.
They were like, this is what the story I concocted in my head was some guy stole it, came home, and then the lady was like cooking dinner or something.
Did you hear, Dan?
Yeah. Did you hear Dan's mom died? And the guy's like, oh fuck. And he's like, what? You stole... What the fuck is wrong with you? You got to take the... I'll be back before Sloppy Joes get cold. That's what I invented in my head.
If you're stealing signs in Cocoa, stop by our newest Watering Hole Bug Nutty. They have $1.50 off drafts today. They also have the Watering Hole koozies, and they have a brand new Oktoberfest Marzen beer being released today. If you're mentioned that you're a Watering Hole.
Awesome. Cool. What's up with your show there, homie?
It's just me and my husband this week.
I like that.
We did have a possible COVID scare, so we're just going to make it safe and make it just be us two. But we're going to watch the COVID Comedy Jam tonight, and we'll be recording after that. So if you want to send us an email, show@semanticspodcast.com. If you want to sign up for our Patreon, it's patreon.com/semantics.
She bumbled, dude. Get
Awesome.
I did. I pulled a Tom.
See, it happens to
Get her.
everybody.
Get her.
No, I'm
See,
not.
all of us have a bit of a disability.
All right. Guys, be safe. And
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.